how do you say you are better than somebody else?
I don't think another man can make my exes as happy as I had the potential to. That's what I'm saying.
You had the potential to.
Because if they were fighting it, not necessarily, I don't know.
So you're going off something you don't even know.
The first girlfriend, another man can make her happy.
Do you see what I'm saying about the disparity between ego and confidence now? I'm confused.
Let me talk. Because, I am saying that in relationships, I'm very confident. I feel that I do things in every area of a relationship. I think I do well above average. And because I do well above average, I'm confident in my relationship skills. I don't think many men do that. So when I look at other men, I say you ain't as good as me. Because you don't hold it down on each facet that a man should hold it down. Most men is women these days anyways.
Are you ready? A true ghetto story. Hi.
Guys, always a fight for down.
Come on, man. Start the podcast then. We're rolling in.
Oh.
Are you not good enough to roll in?
Rolling Star.
You don't know about them Daytona there, man. Daytona. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What's the other things again?
Cats and dogs.
Rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the New Year special 2018. Yay! Episode of Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast.
Yep.
We're 5 guys.
What episode is it?
I don't know. It's 52. Just give me a
That's
second.
not.
It's 53. Sorry.
Yeah, yes. Well, it's 54.
See, I don't know why why are you stopping my flow? Why do you always have to stop people's flow?
Which mother wanna stop my flow?
As I edit, I'm always realizing Wahala must always cut people off because nobody is important. You must talk.
I tend to cut you off because I don't believe that you need to speak most times. But carry on anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the 2018 New Year, New Look, new episode. It's not really a new look. Episode of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast, episode number 53. 5 guys, black guys from London, in this case 4, who just chop it up and talk to each other about life, politics, current events, and their own personal trials and tribulations.
Is this not season 3, episode 1?
Not that I know of.
That was a discussion we could have had before.
But we didn't. So it's episode 53 as well, like I said.
Okay. I think it should be season 3, but...
What do you think, ladies and gents? Email us at esnpodcast@gmail.com or just put the hashtag ESNpod and send it out on Twitter and Instagram and let us know. Should we start our season 3? Episode number 1?
Season 2 just gone forever.
Until there's a break. There was a natural break after season 1. Anyway, I am Stavros Boss, your host, and in the room with me tonight, we have Mr. Wolf, who's been talking. So, speak on it, Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, what's happening, people? We are here. Christmas has come, Christmas is gone, and we're approaching the new year. And that wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it's all good anyway. And Mr. Wolf has got a proverb. And the Yoruba proverb this time
Whoa. This is the first one for 2018.
That's exactly what I was just thinking, but I was told not to disrupt people.
I just wanted to put it out there.
You always disrupt people. So.
I just wanted to
But
put
I was
it
told
out
I'm not allowed to now today. He's complained already at the beginning.
Just give people time to breathe, that's all, innit?
You always breathe. You breathe too much. Then you tell me to cut. Then you tell me to cut the brakes.
Come on, shut up there. The proverb today is, regardless of how long the plantain fruit has been hard, it would eventually become soft. That means keep hope alive and never give up.
That is appropriate and good for the start of a new year.
Okay,
That's
but I thought it meant sometimes the penis is hard, and then when it's finished, it goes soft.
Boy, why are you thinking about dicks, bruv?
That's the way it came to my head.
Well, the brother in question is Wahala, and speak on it. Talk to him.
What's good? Wahala, people. Happy 2018. Blessings be unto you and your people, unless they're evil.
DJ Web Slinger is not available at the moment. He's in another country, in another time zone, and he's probably New Year's party. Who knows? But he's not here. So, last and not least, to bring into the new year, we have Simple Simon.
And I'm going to say, Clartito. Simple Simon's in the building.
That's how you want to start the new year.
That's, yeah. That's how we're going to come in clapping.
With force and vigor.
Yes, we're coming in clapping. Despair. That's the Idonia right there.
All right. So, gents, how's it been since we last recorded?
Boy, yesterday I had a terrible time in life, man.
What happened?
Right, so yesterday I must have been at home and I must have ate one apple pie that we did buy for Christmas.
Yeah.
When I say I was throwing up for an hour.
What was it? Going for something?
I don't know, man. It must have. I was throwing up for a whole hour. I was finished. I was destroyed, man. I was literally destroyed.
Wait, whoa. How much of this apple pie did you eat?
Not that much.
Are you sure?
Just a slice, man. And it finished me off
It was molded.
to the point that
He left one at my parents' house.
Yeah.
And because he bought two. It was you that bought them, innit?
Yeah.
He bought two. He took one back with him when he left. And the one that we saw, he's like, oh, it's got mold. We saw it unboxing there. The rest of us stayed over. And I had to hide it from my dad.
Whoa.
I had to hide it and then throw it out when we went home.
Wait a minute. He bought it for Christmas,
Yes.
and on Boxing Day it had mold on it.
The sell by date or the use by date was the 26th
Wow.
of December. And it was not ramping.
it's probably best, by the way.
It just said, hold on a minute.
That was a date.
Is that time? Is that a date?
They weren't landing it.
Oh, okay.
So
There
I
was,
bought it.
there was a little bit of mold in the middle. If you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't have even seen it. So that was on the 26th. Like I said, hide it from daddy. Had to fry it out when we left. When did you eat it?
So I ate on the 29th. Yeah.
The date that you're not supposed to eat.
It's the best before.
That mold is mature
Yeah,
now.
but I didn't know that it was
It's like cheese, isn't it? It's like
cheese.
cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah, got cheese on the apple pie, bro.
I didn't know that it was moldy. If it was moldy, I would have eaten it.
Hold on, but if it was molding on the 26th, surely by the 29th, it would have been cooling with like
But that's
ants.
your one was molding. Mine wasn't molding. That's the point.
No, you didn't see that.
I didn't see any mold.
You know what? You know what? Sometimes what
let
happens
me
with these
ask
things
you, though.
sometimes, yeah? What happens is like he's on in the middle, he saw it in the middle. Yours might have been underneath.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably underneath. But anyway,
but
if
it
you
was
would've
probably
seen
the
it, yeah?
whole underneath.
Had you have seen it, would you have cut the moldy bit out and still ate it?
Yes.
You would have.
no, I don't think I would have. But I must have. So then I ate the pie, and when I say that, when I was throwing up, it was for a whole hour, and I threw up everything I ate that day. So it came out in its stages. So first it was the pie that came out. then the rice I ate earlier. I didn't have breakfast that day, I don't think, or had anything during the day, which made it even more vexed.
Lord have mercy.
It just everything came out. I was so destroyed. It felt like somebody that gave me a tiger uppercut in my stomach. That's how bad I was. It was I was terrible, man.
So you know how that man feel when they get poisoned by the the Russians.
Yeah.
Did you weigh yourself after?
No.
Because you would have lost a
I
load,
know
bruv.
I know I would have lost
You actually look a bit slimmer.
It's
You
true.
get me?
But
Thank
you know what? God must have punished me because he sent that to the family WhatsApp group. We got a family WhatsApp group and he said, I've been ill. I've been frying up. And here's me laughing.
Good, that would treat.
And then all of a sudden my neck.
Did you? Hold on. Did you laugh?
Of course I'm going to laugh at him, man. He's my younger brother. I'll
You know
laugh-
how
I'll
bad
laugh at
I was
his-
as well.
I'll laugh at his misfortune.
You're evil.
All right, I didn't laugh out loud. I just laughed in my head. In my head, I laughed.
From time he won't give me the money, I'd rather that he has no care
there
for
we
my
go,
life.
there we go. Anyways, neither would my wife. Anyway, so I'm laughing in my head, and then my throat. So I tell my missus as I go to work, I think my throat is a bit chalkish. I think I'm coming down with something. And then my joints, my bones started to hurt. And throughout the day at work, it's got progressively worse. I'm now walking like I'm the one driving Miss Daisy.
Are you walking like Mr. Glass?
I'm walking like Mr. Glass.
And
right
here's
now.
my problem. I'm sitting directly opposite him. So if he has got a
That's what I'm
cold,
saying.
I don't think I know what cold is like. Cold, I'd be feeling a certain way.
So this flu's even worse?
My nose would be running. I don't have none of that. My
Wait,
bones is hurting. I've got the flu. I think
I
I
don't
think
want to catch that.
It might be the weather though.
I'm not trying to have that, man.
when I go home tomorrow tonight,
Tonight.
I'm not even going into bed with the wife. I'm going into the living room and just sleeping there, so I don't pass it on to nobody.
It might have been the weather, man, because it's been bitterly cold.
It has been cold, but today hasn't been that cold.
Yeah, but the past 2 days has been the bitter cold. Like the bitter. When I say the bitter cold, I mean the bitterness. Like when you're walking with your new wifey and you see an ex that wanted to be your wifey, and she sees you and she gives you that stare of bitterness
And evil.
and destroyingness and all the juju that you can put on your life.
like Superman laser eyes.
It's just cold blood.
Exactly. Hold on. Have you ever seen? Have you been with your new wife and seen one of your exes, or even a link?
Not. Yes.
Well, yes and no.
A link. Yeah.
And what happened?
An old link. Just kind of walked on by, man.
You didn't even acknowledge that.
No. You give a little nod, innit?
You gave the head nod.
Yeah.
Did the missus ask who it was?
No.
She didn't ask.
No.
You know the terrible thing with me.
What?
Stavros would point her out. That's the girl I used to bang. I tell my,
Probably.
My wife knows. Well, if there's women here that I've done something with before, and you're wondering, she knows. She knows because she sees you lot. And what I do for her is what I would want from me. I say I never want to be in a room, and I don't know who you've done something with. No man should be looking like you've done something with them. That's cool. You've got history. You got past. Whatever. But do not ever let me be in that room and not have an ammunition or my guard up or something. I can't just walk in there and I don't know. So I do the same thing for her. Whether she likes it or she don't like it, I don't even know. I didn't ask her. I just told her it's this, and because you're gonna see them.
Oh, so you with
that vagina, and that vagina has been seen.
That one I just got head. That one, and I'll tell her stuff like that.
So you with Trina?
What about you, Simple?
Yeah, it's happened to me before.
And what happened when it happened?
No, it was cool. I'm all right. There ain't no problem.
Yeah, but what about your missus?
What about her?
So you don't care whether that she felt away.
Bruv, the world don't exist without me, bruv.
Yeah, but it still has her in it, innit?
Yeah, but nah. What can she do about it?
How about the ex? Did the ex feel away? Was there a look in her face of?
No, I'm not that. There was
scornness.
No, you know what it was?
Did she wish decrepitness on your relationship?
No, all I got from the way the ex looked was, like when you know what somebody's been a recipient of, and you're not jealous, but you're kind of happy in a funny kind of way at the same time as you remember it at the same time. I don't know how to put that into words. So like, imagine if you remember something that was good, and then you see somebody else, and you know that person's getting that, possibly
this
getting
man's
that
talking about the D, you know.
Are you talking about that she's there reminiscing on how good the D was, and she's there smiling
I
like,
wasn't actually talking about the D. This is 2018 now.
The look on
I'm
your
born
face.
again. So it's not. I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, you're talking about your head in.
Yes, you was.
I wasn't even talking about the hair. I was talking about treatment, just general.
Whatever,
treatment.
man. You were talking about
whatever.
the D.
I wasn't.
You don't treat your woman well.
Look at your face.
You just said you don't care whether or not your woman's even upset
I
about
don't
that.
buy her
I don't
gifts for Christmas. I don't care if she's mentioned other women.
I'll give lottery money away. Blah. You don't care about your woman.
Yeah, that one is the ultimate. I don't care, my mom. But
Wow.
when I said that my missus has seen other girls I've done something with, she's never seen another ex-girlfriend because I was smart. One of my exes is from South, and the other one is from North, and now I'm with somebody from West. You spread them around London. You get me?
London's a small place, though, man.
But you know what?
I've seen you when your ex is with my girlfriend. I was back.
Cool.
I was like,
The ex you're talking about, I see her once in a while. This is the last one I was with, the one that I'm cool with. Basically, we don't talk. She didn't want to talk to me after we broke up, but if I see her, it's cool. It's blessed.
It's blessed.
In fact,
We
last
saw her
time
one time,
we
yeah.
saw her was at the J Dilla orchestra thing,
and
and I always, when I see her, I always mock her. Because I'm assuming she's single. I always just assume she's single. And I just mock her that you do realize you can't get anyone better than me. That's always what I do when I see her.
what is that? Why would you do that?
Pride and ego. Ego is life. Fam.
No, you don't do that. You
why
don't do
not?
that. For one, yeah.
I'll
for
do
one,
it.
if you
I'll
care
do
for
it.
that actual person,
Of course I care for her.
then why are you saying that to her?
It's a joke, innit?
Yeah, but she might not see it as a joke.
I don't care what
And
she
what if
sees
it's the
it as.
truth?
Of course it's the truth.
Then why would you push that onto somebody that you
No. What I always say is
Constant reminder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first girlfriend, remember I've only had two, for people that don't know.
You've
I've
had
only
three.
two girlfriends before my wife.
Okay.
All right. My first one, I'm not sure she could find somebody better than me because she's a witch. As much as I got no ill feelings towards her. I love her, but she's kind of a witch. So unless she's changed completely, like complete change,
Well, she's
I
born
don't.
again.
She was born again when she was with me.
She needs deliverance.
So exactly, Mr. Wolf knows her. So in her heart, she's got a good heart, but everything else is
So it's like the pie.
yeah.
There's that one spot
Yeah, so
that you didn't see.
I don't mean to badmouth her. It sounds like I'm badmouthing her. I don't. I have no ill feelings towards her. I love her, but
We know the family.
But she's just got her own family will tell you the same thing. Now the second one was actually a nice girl. It's just that I met her when she was too young. I was 5 years older than her, and
This one,
she just
bastard.
no, she just wasn't.
Plucking her from the tree.
I was her first
Uncle.
like real boyfriend,
Come on, let me show you a
and
good
she
time.
just wasn't ready.
I am stout.
It could be something like that.
I am stout in the car.
Come on, come on now.
Babes, I get you inside club, you know.
You're not going to do house
You
girl
don't have to,
stuff.
you have to
with
do
me
anything
around.
again, you know.
Oh, yeah, bring it.
All right. Can I talk now?
Yeah, you want nice shoes.
Hey, look at Joy. Look at the Kebe Super.
Look at you people.
God,
And
Carol.
yes.
I'm your uncle.
Yes.
So
Tell some of your traps and I'm your uncle. I
so
want you.
imagine this young girl now that
She was 20.
Yeah, but
And I was 25.
yeah, but
And I was
she's
25.
young and she's got a man in a proper string vest uncle type attire.
Yeah, I was
He
rocking
must have
the
looked at
same.
you thought, this guy's almost an uncle, man.
I was,
He would have
I
been
was
25,
only
so it's not
5 years
bad.
older than her. I was in my mid-20s.
So that's
I
not
was
bad.
still young.
He's not
Yeah,
that
that's
But
uncle attire.
because of my last relationship, where I'd just been through a lot,
The struggle.
I learned a lot. And she was brand new to the relationship game.
In
So-
my life, there's been heartache and pain.
Oh, yes. So she just wasn't ready to be in a relationship. That's all. There's no massive issue with, because I left both of these women, by the way. So I left her when I realized she's not ready for a relationship. So she might find somebody else because it's not her.
This
Like,
man is proper debating whether or not
The-
these people
the
will
first-
find somebody else.
She
The
has
first
found
one-
somebody else, and he has a bigger condo as well.
that could.
Don't worry.
I always say she can find a man that's better in bed than me. She can find a man that's richer than me.
She don't
She
remember
can find
you,
a man
man.
that's better looking than me, more money than me, all that stuff. But as a collective, as a whole, I am the legend, and I don't know if you can. Because I just don't think there's many men out there like me. So in her case, it's got nothing to do with her. It's just my ego is that big. It's how many men are as good as me in London. And so unless you go
In
overseas,
London,
in the whole world,
he
this
went
man has got-
regional.
this man-
you know what? It's wrong.
propane
You're wrong.
in
You're
his
right.
house.
You're absolutely right. In the whole world, how many
This
men are
man
as good as
sniffs
me?
propane in the morning.
That's what.
There's not many men as good as me. So who are you gonna find?
Ghostbusters.
She travels a lot though, so maybe you never know.
I don't know about all of that.
Just roll up into Elon Musk. Nice.
But salute both of my exes, man. I hope you're both doing well.
I don't know, man. I don't know about all of this stuff
With
with
better men.
these.
Yes, I hope you're both happy with good men. As much as I'm mocking,
Man didn't say better. He said good.
ego.
Fragile.
I hope you both have good men and you're both happy.
Boy.
Blatantly, because I'm happy.
Do I? So when your exes see you, have you ever seen one of your exes with a new man?
No, but if I did, I'd still mock because he wouldn't be as good as me, innit?
I think I have. But again, these things don't bother me.
I would do the EastEnders thing.
What's
The
that?
EastEnders, what's his name? The ginger one.
Maxwell Brannan.
Maxwell Brannan said, he doesn't do it like me, does he? And then she slapped him. And he said, full as much.
All right, can we? I know we're going there yet. Are we taking it to Maxwell Brannan?
He's a legend.
Right, I don't know whether or not. Okay, the people in the people that
I thought as much, and she didn't argue with him. I'm used to that life.
Right, the people from the that might not be from the UK that don't watch EastEnders. In fact, we don't even watch EastEnders.
I don't watch
Exactly.
EastEnders.
But
Just Christmas special.
there was a
innit?
time the mans used to watch EastEnders religiously, innit? At
Because
a
of
time back in the day,
Brannan?
and there was a guy in there called Maxwell
I
Brannan.
fully lost my throat, you know.
When I say Maxwell Brannan was the greatest of whores,
Max Brannan.
it's all. But I don't know which one's the biggest whore out of him and Cat Slater. Those two are the biggest whores in EastEnders ever existed. But Maxwell Brannan might take it to a next level. No, it's that because Cat also slept with her daughter's man as well, innit?
Yeah.
So Cat slept with the daughter's man, but Maxwell Brannan slept with his son's wife and then let him fall off the roof.
Max Brannan.
Maxwell Brannan also slept with who else did he sleep with? He slept with Ian Bill's Simple Simon's daughter. He slept with her.
I'm sorry, Phil.
You mockers.
Maxwell Brannan cheated on his wife several times, and then now Maxwell Brannan has come out of prison and he's banging Martin Fowler's wife.
You don't need to list the whole thing. We understand.
He's
Maxwell is a
slag.
legend. He's a legend.
And the thing,
He's a legend.
and this is why I know that girls like bad boys, because every girl I know, even black girls that don't even fancy white men, still have something about. They'll still something like Maxwell Brannan's all right, you know. Why would you like Maxwell Brannan?
What is it about Maxwell?
Because he's a slag, and he's confident with his slagness. He's a confident slag.
Yeah, they don't like Ian Bill.
No, because Ian Bill's not
Own
confident.
business, you know.
But he had big girls,
Doesn't
Ian Bill.
cheat.
He had big girls,
They wanted him for money.
but they always leave him, and they always leave him for somewhere like Maxwell Brannan.
Did one of them even leave him for another woman?
He maybe I don't even know.
Max Brannan. I don't care what anyone says. Anytime he comes on screen, they should just say Max Brannan in the background.
He
It
said
is his own brand.
he don't do it like me, does he? And then
You have to do it with a gruff voice.
for as much. That's a whore, right
And then they started the kissing.
Yeah.
It's a legend, man.
But
I'm sorry, I felt proud.
But yeah, so you've never been in a situation where you've seen the ex with a new man. Do you ever? Okay, this is a strange subject.
Hold on, I've seen links with other men,
Ah, okay.
and exactly like I said, I'm always just there smiling like
Why are you smiling for?
because he's not me.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If I see you and I know, okay, let's say that this girl's done the right thing,
And I
yeah?
want him to be
Hold
happy,
on,
by the way.
Let me say, let's say that this girl's done the right thing, yeah, and she's told the man that you are ex-link or whatever, yeah.
They ain't told.
But if they have, yeah, and they see you smiling at them across the room, he's got the right to punch you in the face.
In the mouth.
He's got the right to punch you straight in your face, and you should hold it.
Okay.
this man don't even care. Like, what is wrong with you? Why is your...
No, I don't smile in his face. I said I'm smiling.
But why are you smiling for?
Because it's not me, is
But
it?
why do you bother you that it's you? Why is it... If you just left and gone to your own woman and your own wife, why are you caring about who's there in the new one?
Listen, I don't seek it out. It's there in my face. And then what I see is what I see in it.
You're the type of person that if you were a dog, you'll urinate on places and say, this is still mine.
Every woman that I decided...
He didn't even argue with you.
Yes. I'm actually going to reaffirm what you're saying. Every woman that I decided I wanted, like, you're the one that's going to want me forever, then that's still how I feel.
Wow. See,
So
ladies and gentlemen,
what
this
if it
is
was on the
Steph.
other shoe now? You're with your woman and one of her exes you see for the first time, and he's shaking your hand
and he's smiling
ruggedly,
at
and
you.
he's giving you the grin, like the grin, like, oh my God.
It's me, innit?
All right.
Because I understand why he's doing it, but he's not me.
So you won't feel a way about it at all?
Because my ego is so big, no.
Okay.
No, I won't say at all, but end of the day,
Or you'd be like, she the bomb, ain't she? Now watch this drive.
watch this drive.
That's probably what he would do.
No, for me, if I can't dictate what the man does. I can only have an issue with what my wife does. So if my wife is there giving him green light to allow him to do certain things with me, if she goes up to the corner of him and talks for an hour
To the clown.
whilst I'm standing with a glass of milk in the other corner of the room, then yes, I'd be upset. But if she just shakes his hand and says hi, and that's it, and then he wants to be laughing at
What,
me,
you would
or
allow her to touch him?
Yeah.
What? I'm joking.
I'm not a jealous person, and neither is my wife, thank God. So we're cool.
I don't
What about you?
understand.
Has it happened to you?
Yes, it happened to me enough times.
And then what happened?
Nothing really. Well, things have happened in the past where
Furniture been thrown around the
no,
place?
not silly. Like there's been like little discussions, blah blah blah. But most of the time it's nothing. But
He's my
there was one time well, was one time when I was there. I was there with my missus, and they were there with their new boyfriend. So it's like it's nothing, innit?
You're talking about you and women. I thought you was asking about your woman's ex.
Oh, no, I don't know if that.
I was asking all of it.
I don't know if that one. I don't know.
Because that's
I can't remember.
the thing, innit?
Maybe.
If you see,
No. Did I?
did you wipe it from memory? Because it can be a hurt.
There was a time that I should have, but I don't know if he was there. I can't remember.
But you knew who he was.
I would have known who he was.
I
would have known who he was.
What about you guys?
Yeah, one time.
Did you ever size yourself up against him? See if he's as short as you.
Nah.
Oh my God.
So you did like tall men. You lied to me.
No way.
I think, like, in season 2, the short thing was played out.
Oh my God, you're never gonna be played out. You're gonna
Nah,
get.
nah,
That's what
nah.
you have.
Nah,
You already said that you're good looking. You already said that you're in shape.
Man
You are short. That is what you're gonna have.
Man ain't even that short.
With
bruv.
small feet.
He said,
And
he spoke, he spoke about
What
himself
size
in
do you
the, in
take,
the
bro?
third person.
10.
I'll take a 9.
Yeah, so your feet are smaller than mine.
They're not small
He,
feet. though, are
he
they?
said a man don't even, nah, a man
For his
don't.
size, he's actually got big feet.
Yeah, potentially, I suppose.
Oh
So.
my God. You don't allow him, man.
Bro,
Just say what you're saying,
tell
man.
your story, man.
Well,
Nobody's going to stop you mocking you about being short.
nah, you have to stop it, bruv.
Oh my God,
Oh.
he's sensitive
yeah.
about
So
it.
why then? Why?
Because it's a nonsense.
He's sensitive
If it was
about
actually true and if it was a matter of fact, then I would just leave it.
He's
But it
sensitive.
is a nonsense.
He's sensitive about it. It's fine.
No, I'm not. I just think it's stupid.
But you are the shortest one out of the crew.
Body phone
Yes.
for
So we can
you.
mock you about being the shortest one of the crew.
Man sang body form.
We mock Wahala about being the fattest. They mock me about
we
being
don't
ugly.
really mock Wahala for being the
yes,
fattest.
we do.
No, we
I
don't,
just
bruv.
did it today.
Nah,
Just did
man.
it just now.
Nah, you
To be
don't- you
fair,
don't overdo it.
Stavros does it. Not the rest of us,
You
really.
mock him.
Yeah, but you mock him anyway.
Yeah, but so the point is he's getting mocked.
We all mock each other. I get mocked. What do I get mocked for?
For being the
sensitive.
sensitive,
For being sensitive.
the darkest
for being
one.
a bastard.
Web slinger gets.
I got the best.
Do you know
Gets
what it
abused
is?
for-
I don't think that there's any reason to mock Mr. Wolf.
Yeah,
So you actually find and try to grab
we
onto
said this
something.
to you
He said
already.
that-
We
he
said
said
that
that
to you already.
We said it,
But you're still sensitive about. So now I'm gonna mock you about being sensitive.
I'm not sensitive.
Yes, you are. Look at. I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying,
you
bruv.
should. I don't think you should say it.
I'm just
look
saying.
at
And you said it like you was our uncle as well.
That's
I-
exactly.
I don't
I
want you to
better
say
not
that
say
again-
that no
again.
more.
He didn't say it like a bedroom. He said
Yeah.
it like an uncle. When we went to Stylist's birthday and we met the guys from Not Everyday Pod, and they said, "Oh, my days is not that short." And then you brought it up then that I don't know why these guys say it. And what I told you there in your face, and then the next podcast I said it because even while I said it, we said he's a good-looking guy, he's intelligent, he's well-spoken, he's nice, he's fit. You know, he's got his life together. Well, you're fit enough. You're fitter than me. That's for damn sure. Yeah?
Everybody's fitter than you.
You got your. Yeah, that's true.
You're like the kebab that had the kebab.
I think Stavros lactoses, you know. I think Stavros lactoses.
Lactoses. You mean lactated?
Yeah,
That's the one.
You have a lot going for you. You know, you're a manager. You got a good job. Everything. So what we can mock you about is being short. Yeah, you even dress well. So just take your mockage, man, and deal with it.
And he's
like,
old.
We can't mock you about nothing. Yeah,
and he's old man now.
Yeah, you start like, what was that?
And my baldness.
Oh yeah.
No, the baldness is over. We've gotten over that one.
But thank you for reminding me.
I'll go back to that now. Yeah, if the shortness is upsetting you, I'll take it back to your baldness.
I just thought it was being played out. That's all.
Nah, man, the audience love it, man. Every week we get another dig.
But we'll leave it there. But what the actual question was we was talking about was, how did you feel when you saw the ex?
I wasn't sure about it, to be honest. Seemed like a nice enough guy. Shook my hand, and he said that, yeah, you got a good woman there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I should have commented about that. I don't know if you're allowed to say that, you know. I don't know if I would say it.
You know that meme where the woman's looking out the window and you see all those mathematical equations?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking now. It's like,
is it a bad thing or a good thing?
It's because it can be said.
It's a dig though.
It can be said.
No, not necessarily.
It is.
No, not
it is a
necessarily.
dig.
It's a potential.
It's a dig. And you know why it's a dig? It's a dig, and it's also something you may need to watch out for at the same time.
If Jesus said it wouldn't be a dig.
It would be a dig.
No, it wouldn't.
Even from Christ himself, it would be a dig.
Nah.
Let me explain to you why. Yeah?
Speak on it, man.
Let me explain to you what I think is a dig. One, he's alerting you to something you should already know. Yeah. Two, he's telling you something as almost like that's a good woman, warning type thing. And three, he might even be like, that's a good woman, you know.
Warning from?
Yes, good woman. Make sure you look after it, type thing.
Yeah, okay.
But hold on. Let me finish. Let me land here. And three, from that man's telling me that's a good woman, I need to now watch that man, because why are you still wondering about whether or not my woman is good?
Okay, so let me break it down. Let me break it down to you. This is how I saw it. Yeah,
Go on.
I saw it that he said that's a good woman you got there,
Gaza.
and all I got from that was
Gaza.
I messed up.
Yes.
Yeah, in his way. That's also you have to watch that.
No, I messed up.
Gaza.
You've got a good woman there.
Golly.
That doesn't necessarily mean that he's trying to.
He
coming back.
he has no
From his-
he has no what's it called for you.
You know, yeah, the body language when he says this is very important.
You took the words right out of my
You
mouth,
see that,
Simon.
Gaza?
And that's what I was going to say. From how he was, his body language and everything, it didn't seem threatening to me. You get me? So
Wahala's the
I've
type of
got
person who
quite
takes the negative from everything.
Yeah,
I don't take the negative from everything, but that there for me, man was digging at you, fam.
Well,
He wasn't necessarily being disrespectful, but he was digging.
You have to remember that.
I got a firm handshake.
And how did he know that you
most
knew?
times.
That's the only thing. If
Because
you didn't know, because it's not every woman that tells the man, that this is the person I've been with. Or they might say, they might give you a history of what they've done, but you might have never seen them. So just because he walks up and he sees her, he says, "Oh, hi," hugs her, and then shakes your hand and says, "You got a good woman there," then that might be for you to turn and say, "Why did he say that?" And then she might say, "Oh, because he was my ex," or "Oh, because we did it," and that might cause a problem there. So really, it's a sensitive subject that you don't know the conversation
but
that this man and your ex have had.
your ego is big, yeah. I know that your ego fills the room. My ego is pretty big as well. So him saying that, it kind of went over my head.
It wouldn't bother me either.
And I shook his hand. I got a pretty firm handshake, and I squeezed it a little bit more.
Why? What's the point of that?
That's
You
to
have
show
to
the
show
power.
you have to show your authority.
Yeah, man. I know.
A weak
You get
handshake
me?
is
Simple
people say
thing.
is a sign of weakness, isn't it?
Hold on.
You
So
know?
did you
I'm a whip my dick out type of guy. I'd be like,
did he acknowledge
there you
it?
Oh, the floor is dirty. I'm gonna need to clean this.
There was nothing there.
No, but when I say did you acknowledge, did you say to him like, "Yeah, she's a good woman," or did you even reply back to the sentence that was said?
I said, I know.
Okay, so you said, "Yeah,
I know. So you don't need to tell me, but I know.
I know, fam."
So that would bother you then, Wahala?
It depends on how it was done.
Everything will
Wahala would
bother
want
him.
to pop off for that one.
No, I won't pop off.
Hey,
That.
you want to fight right
I
there.
wouldn't. I wouldn't pop off. I wouldn't pop off. I would just be like, "Is it?" I'll be like, "Is it that what you're telling me?"
Sounds getting
Out
loaded.
loud or in your
But the
head?
thing about it with me now, this is the problem with me. I'm petty sometimes. I'm not normally petty, but it's petty at times. And I know that we got quite a large team, so somebody's gone somewhere where he's been.
Yeah.
Oh, he may be going,
Yeah.
and I'll tell him, "Yeah, I heard your woman's a good woman too."
Bruh.
Because I'm petty like that.
Beauty spot right above the vag, yeah?
Oh my days!
Did she ever get rid of that? I heard she wanted to get rid of that.
Did she end up going clinic?
That's creating beef.
Did she end up going? You man want to
That's
fight?
great.
You man
So-
want to fight?
So it all cleaned up, yeah?
Oh my
bless, man. We thought that was a heavy time.
Whoa.
Nah, I'm joking. If the person said it to me, it depends on the person. Depends on the person, to be honest. If they say it to me and they're like, you got a good woman there, blah blah blah. It depends if they keep going on. If they just left it as you got a good woman there, I would have said, yeah, man, I know, thank you, cool, and I would have went off about my business. If this that guy, you got a good woman there, make sure you look at all of that rubbish. I'll be like, who are you telling to look after who? That's when I'll start like, don't tell me nothing.
It won't even bother me.
That's
man.
you. I don't like people telling me nothing that I care about, let alone people I don't care about telling me something about my own woman. Are you a mad person?
I think if you let it get to you, then they've kind of won, innit?
Yeah, you don't have to let it get to you, but you let it get to you.
clearly
Still.
do if you're doing what you all that.
But you let it get to you still.
Look how much
You
body
still pop
movement
off.
you do.
But I pop off.
Exactly. That's why when you say to me that you wouldn't pop off, I'm looking at you like,
Now I might not pop off for that because I don't want to cause distress for my woman
no, you
because
will
she's
pop
still
off.
there, innit?
You'll definitely pop off.
But I'll be like, why is he coming to tell me this
The
foolishness?
whole pectoral will ripping through the top of the
I'm not very jealous though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
When do you ever see me doing jealous?
I don't. I think you're in the middle. I don't think you're like the opposite. You're not a jealous person, but you're not like anti-jealous. You're just there
I'm
in the
not a
middle.
jealous person. I'm more of an egotistical person. So I have a problem if somebody's staring at my woman if I'm next to her. But if the person was staring at my woman and I'm not there, it's not an issue. That makes sense?
Again, I don't understand that.
Because I'm next to her. Why are you staring at somebody that you know property that's mine?
I get that one.
If I'm eating a plate of rice, yeah,
Did
and
you
you're
say-
staring at my
Did
plate
you
of
just say
rice,
property?
properties.
Okay. Yes. Continue.
Yes. If I'm eating a plate of rice, yeah, and that's mine, I wouldn't want you to stare at that either. Same thing that my woman is mine. Why are you staring at her for?
So you're possessive, is that what you're saying?
Yes, but I would feel the same way with my woman. If I was with my woman
9 tenths of the law.
and a woman was looking at me, I would expect my woman to be like, why is this woman looking at you? Why are you looking at my man? I expect that. That's mine.
It's disrespectful to look at
It is.
somebody's meat when they're standing beside their meat. Yes, I called women meat. Holler at me, you know.
Yes, you don't look at a next man's woman, as far as I'm concerned.
You
And if you're doing it, you don't do it blatantly. And you don't do it in a way that the man is there in front of you, is watching. It's like that video where the man is walking down the street and the big tonks man slaps the woman on the bum. And you just have to like, what are you doing? You have to die.
We've had that a lot. The fest.
What? Looking at next man's woman?
Mead and them man there. We've had that a lot where women have been with their man, and the women have been looking at us.
That's their own respect. That's their own business. That's not me.
Now, I'm just saying that's been on the other foot.
Yeah, on the other foot, it happens a lot. But
And I look at these women, I'm thinking, what are you doing,
It
man?
hasn't happened to me in a long time.
Back then,
Oh, back in the day.
I remember Friends and Family, the event I used to do. It happened a lot there, bro.
I was telling my missus the other day, I was at McDonald's drive-thru, and the woman at the drive-thru was getting a bit too happy with me, man. I had to tell my woman, watch out, you know. That's 3 McDonald's right there.
Man, still eating the crack food.
Listen,
bruv.
McDonald's will get eaten at any time, any day.
Still eating the crack food, man.
That's the only 24-hour thing that's in the end. So if you're not eating the McD's, you're not eating
Do you
at
know
all.
what I've done this?
Yeah,
this week
unlike
over
South
Christmas?
London,
What's
yeah,
that?
unlike South where everything is open all days for crackheads, yeah, where he lives, you know,
They're closed.
there's not much open.
You know, I'm trying to get on this minimal meat and healthy eating thing, man. You know, over Christmas, all foods are there, bruv. And I'm, looking at the food and I'm just like, oh my
It's
gosh,
amnesty during
man.
Christmas.
Yeah, I
time,
just
man.
ate
You
whatever I
know.
wanted. I didn't let nobody respect.
I just looked at the meat, I looked at all of the good food and I had to die.
Just give it to me.
Yeah,
Give it to
man,
me.
It's too good, man.
We got a question, didn't we?
Yes, but before that, I was just gonna say this is the 2018 roundup edition. So I think we should talk about the year before we get into.
I think we should do the question first, just in case we run out of time.
He always thinks it's all right. In fact, let me hear what you guys think. Do you think we should do the question first?
Yeah, do the question first.
All right,
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm outvoted.
Yeah, man.
As a man,
You're always outvoted, aren't you?
not often actually. As a man, if you see or are told that another man you know has issues with confidence, what would you do to help? What do men do to boost their lack of confidence?
That's why I think we should have done it now, because it kind of rolls with the thing we've been talking about all this time, in a strange way. Especially you, Mr. Ego.
All right, so Stavros has a chronic fear of chatting up women. So that's an issue where I have a lack of confidence. I can't talk to women I don't know that I'm attracted to. I find it very hard. Well, near enough impossible.
That is such a contradiction to what you've just been speaking about. How about you be Mr. Ego and then say I can't talk to women?
I got a big ego, but you know what?
I can talk to them once I'm talking to them.
Can I have your number?
Most women came anyway.
Excuse me, my name is Stavros. Can I have your number, please?
That is the truth, because there's 4 or 5 women in my whole life that I've approached and asked them for whatever.
How many of them told you no?
One woman's told me no, and all the other women that I've done stuff with came to me.
Okay.
Which is why my ego is so
You know
large.
what's really weird? I probably don't have the same anxiety about going to go and talk to a woman as Stavros does. I don't have a clue what I'm going to say when I'm going over, but I don't have the same anxiety. But I have had a similar experience. I think the first woman I ever asked out, she was a girl at school, she said no. And I never asked a woman out again since then. I just turned myself into what they call honey. And the bees just kept coming.
I'm not even going to talk about this man anyway.
God damn.
This bitch.
Me
Turn
personally,
myself into honey. You know?
I'm ugly, so I don't know how I did it.
You're not ugly. I don't know why you would say you're ugly.
man. I had to make myself attractive to women, and I did that in other ways. I don't know if this is talking about women or if just in confidence in general.
I think confidence in general.
In general, okay. So what advice would you give to somebody then? So let's
To me,
forget talking about us.
This is
Somebody
this
comes to me.
isn't as easy a question as I thought. So I want to throw it to the man them and
Man up, Negro. Go to the
and
gym.
then see where I go from there.
Man
All
said
right,
go
so-
to the gym, you know.
Nah,
Jesus.
Gym brings confidence, you know.
You know what?
If you can remember,
It
you can
does.
set yourself goals and,
Yeah,
and
it
things
does.
like that. So gym
does.
does bring confidence in certain aspects.
Yeah, I knew that as well.
But,
as a man that always goes to the gym.
but let's not forget the first part of the question,
Which is what?
because the first part of the question says, as a man, if you see or are told that another man you know has issues with confidence, what would you do to help them?
Get
No,
him
that's,
drunk.
what, that's what I'm going to talk about. But so,
Get
okay,
them
so
drunk, yeah.
if it's one of the man them is feeling a bit unconfident, it's happening. I'm sure we've at some point one of us has been down.
You laugh at them, innit?
Most of the time,
Basically.
and that is most of the time. If you're that close to them, you probably laugh at them and say, "Just stop being stupid and get on with things." But if it's not a case of, you know, maybe it's something that is actually serious, I don't know what else you can really do. As a man, you just have to have the discussion with them and see what they're looking to do. What's making them feel unconfident about themselves? What do they feel is the bad things? What do they think is the negative things about them that's making them feel that way? If they're saying that, you know, I don't feel confident because I don't have a job, or I don't feel confident because I haven't had a woman in a while, or I don't feel confident because, you know, when I wake up in the morning I just don't feel like I'm the shit. Or even sometimes it's you man are all confident and you man are all doing this and that, and I don't feel like I'm on the same level as you, man.
You know,
that happens a lot in a crew.
I'm sitting
you know?
here thinking, which man do we know that's not confident?
I was thinking the same
fully
thing.
sitting back like,
I
what?
was
I
thinking
can't
the same
imagine having
thing.
this conversation because
With
anyone I'm
any of
talking
us,
to,
man.
Me and simple no man's is not necessarily that confident.
yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
All right? So it's not. It happens. All
But
right?
not in our circle though.
Not in our immediate. No.
Okay.
But there are people that we know in the past that are not necessarily the most confident of people.
You know what? A lot of the people that are not confident, they're trying to overcompensate with other stuff, and I don't even want to be around them anyways. They're the people that they look. They're always trying to do something. It looks like they're ultra confident, and those are the ones you're thinking, you ain't about that life, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. They try to overcompensate with stuff. But I don't even know if they're unconfident. I just think they don't know what they ain't got no swag. I think those are difference between the confidence and just not having no swag.
So when
maybe,
you say
maybe.
compensate with stuff, we're talking about maybe buying
How they dress, how they talk,
expensive.
how they talk. They'll go out their way to put other people down.
Okay.
You find that a lot.
Yeah, confident people don't have to
men,
put other
men
people
that,
down. in a way.
that are always putting people down, especially other men. Look how they dress. Look how they do this. Look.
Oh, when you say putting people down, what do you mean? Because we're always gunning on each other.
No, I'm talking about people they don't know. It's just
okay.
They just, for me, if I'm talking about like
Cock
men
blockers.
men, yeah. Because if I'm talking about a man that wears skinny jeans, I have an issue with that, and there's a legitimate issue. These people, they just talk about stuff that it's like it's nothing. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's just let me find something to chop people down. I want to chop men down because I don't feel high enough myself, so I have to chop everybody else down so that they're beneath me.
We've got this thing about men, how they're supposed to be, innit? So like what Wahala said, he said something along the lines that if one of us were feeling that way, we would tell them just to shut up and get on with it, kind of thing. And as a man, how are we supposed to approach another man who is going through a certain issue? And we spoke about this before. It may be a mental issue. How do we approach
Issues
him?
is different from this. Is what I'm saying. There's difference between having an actual problem and just being a little shy. Do you understand?
Well,
so actually having an actual
It depends
problem.
what spectrum is on.
Yeah.
It depends what it is. If it's like I don't have, like me, I'm not confident with work either. So when it comes to, let's say, just trying to move up the ladder, like zing up the ladder, that's not something I'm very confident in. My brother's confident with that. I'm not. So that's something you would sit the person down and say, listen, you can do this. You're smart enough. Let's do the questionnaire or the interview together. We'll do a mock thing. You can whatever. I don't know. You can guide
There's
them.
no way you would do that with me.
Yes, I would.
You would sit down with me and do a mock interview, and I'm interviewing you and training you how to do your interview stuff.
Hold on. Why is it that now that you're doing it to me? I said if I was doing it to somebody else.
But you said that you're unconfident, and then you use me as the example of somebody that was confident.
Yes.
So that's why I thought you were talking between me and you.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I was
okay,
talking
but let's use me and you as an example.
Can you let me? Okay, go on. Talk.
No, sorry, because I cut you up.
No, go on, talk.
This is no. I just wanted. I was just asking why wouldn't you use me as an example if you just said that?
Wasn't because that's not. I wasn't going down that road. I was going down the road of if the person was asking me for help, because the question is if the person's asking me for help.
Okay, go on then.
So I would do that for somebody else. Now, if I was the one that didn't have confidence and I thought you could help me, then I might ask you for help, but I can't. I don't know what it would be. But okay, in this specific instance, if I thought that you could assist me in getting a job that's gonna up my wages 20-30K and that's gonna help me to support my family, then I'll do that. There is a pride issue, if that's what you're talking about, that I have to ask my younger brother to assist me in something that simple. Don't look at it like that because you don't have a younger brother,
man.
and you don't have a younger brother either, do you? Neither of you have a younger brother, so you don't.
But I would ask my younger sister.
I'm the only one that has a younger brother out of everybody in ESN.
Pride is the beginning of all sin, bruv.
And I'm a sinner. Sin.
One time.
All right.
Sin.
None of you have younger brothers. You cannot relate. So just leave me alone.
It's a nonsense, bruv.
Okay. So there is a little thing there. But I would get over it because I have a bigger agenda, which is to look after my family. But I think the point you're trying to get at is I wouldn't want to ask, and I'm not going to argue with you. It'd be an issue.
What I don't understand, and the reason why my face is the way it is, is not because of the explanation you was giving. I'm trying to work out if it's actually possible to have as big an ego as you're talking about and still have this level of confidence issue. It sounds like there's some disparity and some degree of overcompensating in one direction or the other.
You sound like the guy that you're talking about in the past that overcompensates
I don't
for
put
stuff.
people down.
No, you do, but not in the way that you're talking about.
I have confidence in my relationship skills.
Of course you have. Of course you put people down. You just said that,
that's not putting anyone else down. That's bigging me up.
Hey,
there's a difference. They're saying that I'm better than everybody else.
He's not,
and they're saying that you're bad. There's a difference.
How are you better than somebody else?
I can't articulate it. I'm not that articulate.
No, what I'm saying is how in order to
in terms of relation. I'm talking about relationship. Yeah, this is where
in order to provide the contrast. How do you say you are better than somebody else?
I don't think another man can make my exes as happy as I had the potential to. That's what I'm saying.
You had the potential to,
because if they were fighting it, not necessarily. I don't know.
So you're going off something you don't even know.
The first girlfriend, another man can make her happy.
Do you see what I'm saying about the disparity between ego and confidence now? I'm confused.
Let me talk. Because
I don't want us to get off the original topic.
Exactly. I don't know why.
Anyway, but carry on what you're saying.
4:44. So I am saying that in relationships, I'm very confident. I feel that I do things in every area of a relationship. I think I do well above average, and because I do well above average, I'm confident in my relationship skills. I don't think many men do that. So when I look at other men, I say you ain't as good as me because you don't hold it down on each facet that a man should hold it down. Most men is women these days, anyways.
You know what? Let's go back to that at some point. I want to know what these
things that you
areas are. But let's deal with the question first. But then after,
instead of turning it into me, I don't know why we're talking about me.
But let's go back to the question. But after, go back to those areas because I want to see when I have that discussion a bit.
I don't remember where I was going now because you lot just changed. I was talking about the question and you lot changed.
What I will say about Stavros is, from my point of view, for someone who's known you for quite a long time, is that you are confident in most of the things that you do. Forget about the relationship thing that you think that you're great at. I'm thinking about most of the things that you set your mind to, you believe that you can achieve and that you can do it. You get me? But going on the work thing, I agree. I think that you kind of find it difficult or are kind of reluctant to take that step up in work. And from my perspective, if you did, you would get a job. But you're too lazy, or maybe you're just not confident
very lazy
enough.
person.
He is.
This episode should be called Decomposing Stavros.
Yeah, exactly, man.
But let's go back to maybe you're the person that we're talking about, the unconfident person. But anyway,
And I will help
I don't
you.
even mind anyways, man. My ego is so big. I'm happy to sit here and have you talk about me all episode.
I will help you. I will help you with relation to work.
My wife will love this episode.
okay. So let's go back to the being the confident thing and the person.
Simple. How would you help your friend?
I'm rubbish at this. I'm absolutely useless. I had a friend once who was she hollered at me and was talking about how she was tired of life and she wanted to end it all and all the rest of it.
Jesus.
And she did it on more than one occasion. And it got to the point where I got tired of actually talking to her and, talking her out of it.
Mm.
So she must have hollered at me one day and said whatever she said. And I just shockingly just said to her, you know what, do it. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, do it. And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you keep phoning me to tell me. I keep talking you out of it. And you keep phoning me to tell me. So I'm trying something different. Otherwise, we're going to keep going down the same road. She never said it to me again. And she never did it. But I don't know whether or not I have the capacity to be able to deal with somebody. I don't have the tools to tell you how to be confident. Yeah, does that make sense? Like I don't know what to say to you.
I think everybody has. It's just for me. It's encouragement. It's trying to help somebody believe that they can achieve anything.
Yeah, but the thing
some people can't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Some people can't what?
Achieve anything.
Well,
I'm not lying to you, bruv. You can't do that.
Fair enough. But if it is something that you can see that is within their reach,
all right,
for example, like a job,
let's say he says
an interview.
Let's say he
whatever.
says, the guy that's in the question, he says, I'm not an attractive guy, and women don't find me attractive.
Let me jump in on that.
And he's not an attractive guy. You actually don't think he's an attractive guy.
Let me jump in on that now.
Got snaggletooth, all kinds of stuff.
I'm not going to lie here, but Mr. Wolf is attempting to be Hitch for someone at work.
You call me and I'm good at this shit.
I'm actually attempting to be Hitch for someone at work. There is a guy that I know at work who has been taking 1,000 numbers and getting no luck with any one of them.
Hold on, they're giving him numbers.
He's getting numbers.
He's getting numbers.
So he's got the hard part out of the way.
He has got no issue with approaching women.
No, that's
like
the hard part
Stavros.
for you.
You get me? For me,
For most people.
yeah. Some
Some people got no game.
Getting the numbers is usually the hardest part.
No, getting numbers is the hardest
that's
part.
fine.
I've got
That's
no
fine.
game.
Whatever the case may be, imagine, I don't know, you get a job 1,000 times and then you get fired after the first date.
It happens, boy.
That's basically what's happening.
But what is his problem? Okay, I'm assuming in that situation, what he's saying to them after he's got the number is what's getting him the problem.
Exactly.
So in other words, he hasn't got a personality, but he must have had something.
It might not be that. It might be a thing where he looks like a certain type of guy, and then you sit down and talk to him, and all he talks about is Dragon Ball Z for the whole.
Well,
day.
that's the thing. He hasn't got a personality.
That doesn't mean he hasn't got a
So
personality.
that person on the other end, he doesn't have a personality.
Okay.
He could be attracted to the type of women that aren't attracted to him.
Yeah,
Because somebody's going to want to hear that Dragon Ball Z conversation.
But this is the
there's
thing,
a
though.
few parts about him that he needs to work.
But
at,
this is the
work
thing, though.
on, and I'm going to help him.
This is the thing, though, Mr. Wolf. If he's getting these 1,000 numbers, whatever he is doing to get these 1,000 numbers is the thing that is attracting him to these women. So he should be focusing on what he's saying to them at that time to start off the conversations he's having with them. Because why there must be a reason why. Even if it's a case where he was very funny, that's how he managed to get his way in the door. Maybe he was very suave. That's how he got his way in the door. Maybe it was just because of his confidence he got his way in the door. That's what I think he should be focusing on, to find out exactly how he got the numbers in the first place and then go from there. But this is me being Wahala, innit? I'm that guy. You should really be on when he's talking to them on the first time. You should just be listening a lot. Finding out about how they are, like what's going on, how are you, what do you do, blah, blah, blah. And let her do most of the talking.
This is 97.9. Sense You Wahala is calling in. What would you like to say?
Ladies,
I'm here to listen to you.
Ladies, light your candles.
I'm just saying, innit? Let her do the discussion.
Is the incense
Find out
burning?
for the first time in the conversation, find out about her. When she asks you questions about you, make yourself sound interesting, but don't lie, innit? But that's. Why are you making him like that?
I just thought some people might be getting moist listening to this.
Yo, Joker. So make yourself in it. Make yourself sound a bit interesting, innit? Yeah, but just don't lie.
Mr. Wolf, I want to know, what have you seen from this person that makes you think that these women are knocking him off? That's because, unlike Wahala, who says I want to listen and he's only does his talk. I actually do want to listen. I want to know what have you seen in this person? Have you ever been there when he's done a conversation? What do you see that this person needs help with?
His grooming.
What? He don't dress well.
He kind of has a uniform, and I think that his grooming and his aroma is the first thing that he needs to work on.
Oh, so he don't buff.
But if he gets the girls,
No, it's not a matter of he don't buff. You can't say that. You can
Well,
buff.
Mr. Wolf said no.
You can.
But why would a woman give somebody the number if you stink? And then
maybe it's the morning. From the complete opposite of what Wahala was saying, I believe that he maybe they give the number to him under duress.
Oh,
That's kind of what I'm thinking, because
Well, he's heavy-handed and they're scared.
I wouldn't even say he's heavy-handed, but I think that maybe he's so persistent with asking for the number that he will eventually get the number, and then even then they're like, nah.
But why would they give him the real
I'm not
number?
Well, I don't know.
I'm a sexy
Listen,
motherfucker, and I've been
listen.
given some dodgy numbers
Listen,
in the past.
People punch girls in the
not-
face these days, you know.
That's what I'm saying. But not everybody looks like Tyson Beckford or Tyrese or whatever, all these guys. But
Is
I
he
think
good looking?
no matter who knows? I mean, no matter what a man looks like,
Nope.
I believe that any man can get a woman. I think that character is a big thing when it comes to approaching women and things like that. Women latch onto character. Not every woman latches onto good looks. I know some women that latch on to your intelligence and your forward thinking and all those kind of things. So it's not all about the way that you look, but the number one thing that you must have is, I believe,
Deodorant?
is just your aroma, your appearance has got to be half decent.
But that's not a confidence thing, is it? That's them not bathing.
Yeah, but if you're kind of missing those elements, you're on the wrong road.
Hold on, did they ask you for help?
No, I told that person I'm going to help them,
All right. Okay.
And I think that's what some
and
men
they
need to do.
and they accepted.
I think
and-
that's what some men need to do,
And that's
man.
what I'm saying. So I can, and it's not just him approaching women. It was more about himself, the kind of job that he's doing. I believe that he can do better. So I was saying to him, you can't stay here doing this job forever. You got to be looking to progress and better your life, earn more money, buy your own house, and do these kind of things. Has anybody told you that
I'm
before?
so glad you're in the crew, though. I'm glad that I can have this
But
conversation.
maybe somebody's happy where they are. Maybe he wants more for the
He's
person
not-
than they want for
he's
themselves.
Has anyone told you that before? I asked him. He said, no. You're the only person who told me that I can do this. Boom. So now we're on the road to some kind of progression or some kind of movement forward.
This is why we dub you about your height, because what else, man? You're such a nice guy.
They need
this
to let
guy,
the bath,
this
though.
guy's even doing, what do you call it?
Mentoring.
Mentoring
He's
and
the
stuff.
agony uncle.
My gosh.
Mentoring is something that we
Oi.
should all get into. I've said that from
Seriously.
before.
I
Can
agree.
you give me some advice, please, Mr. Wolf? I need some advice.
I got advice for everybody, but sometimes I don't think everybody's receptive to it.
I'm not very receptive to advice.
He gives me advice all the time.
Do I?
Yeah,
Kind of, innit?
You say the same thing as this dude. You think everybody can do better. That's you're such a positive person, and I don't think you hang around people that you don't have any kind of liking
I'm
or
gonna get
respect
some.
for.
I'm gonna get some advice from Mr.
So
Wolf.
because he doesn't hang around people he doesn't respect or like, he always thinks they can do better. That's him. He's a proper Nigerian. Where I'm at is not good enough. I need to take the next step. I might be happy, but I'll be happy up there. So and you expect everyone else to be the same.
Do better.
So you're thinking that with regards
What's
to
that saying?
do better,
Do better, be better.
Be better.
So I think with regards to this situation that we're talking about now, whoever put the question in, I think you just need. I think, to be honest, you need to look at that person a bit like Mr. Wolf done with this person. Look at what you think their flaws are, and look what you think their positives are, and then you talk to them about that, their positives and their flaws, and say, look, these are the things that I see in you that maybe you could better, and this is how you could better them. But you also
Like
need
using teas.
that.
Carry on.
And then also, you take me out of thing. You do it to me all the time, you know. But
He's winding you up.
no, but he still does it to me
He
all the
just
time.
wants to see if you're gonna go green.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm sure he's saying that I don't use teas, but that's fine. But then after that, you can also, do the same thing where to give them the positive reinforcement, like the good things that they do. That's what I do as at work anyway. I
As
tell
a
people,
manager, innit?
this is the bad things you do. These are the good things you do. Now, the bad will outweigh the good sometimes. Sometimes the good outweighs the bad. But I'm going to tell you both of them anyway. I'm going to tell you how to work on that. And I'm going to tell you how the good things can still be better. And that's what you just need to do. And then if they take that on board, maybe they could help them build themselves their confidence. But what you don't want to do is just tell them they're shit and then shut them down. Or do what we do and just laugh at them. It all depends. Because sometimes laughing is good. Sometimes that's why us man tell each other that, because we want to get cussed. Not because it's a way of us being, thinking, we're going to feel bad. It's just, that's how we are. We want the joke to build us up, make us go
I
forward.
don't want to get cussed. I know it's gonna happen, and I'm not afraid of the cussing.
I don't mind. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I think that's the way that motivates me. If I get like cussed for something that I know I've done wrong, I'll make sure I got on my way to change it.
100%. Me too.
So-
Sorry,
Go on.
simple. What I had to do was earn his trust.
Yeah.
So I was kind of, day after day, I was kind of saying, look, I'm going to explain certain things to you. Don't be offended by what I'm going to say. Are you ready to take some counsel from me? You get me?
Are they older, younger? What?
They're younger than me, man.
Have you told him about the personal hygiene bit yet?
See, you've got to go into the deep end, bruv. I told him there's no holding bars here. If you want to better yourself, sometimes we need to cut a little blood for the, for us to.
So is that a
move
yes?
forward. I said yes, man. I told him
Did they
about
cry or
himself. I told him about himself, and I told him to man up and let's do this, mate. And it's working well.
Well done.
It's working well.
Good luck on them. I think unless Simple Simon has something to add.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. Go on.
Sorry.
Don't worry. It wasn't important.
Are we gonna go back to these facets of what you think makes a person a good, or what makes you better than all these men at certain facets, or you want to skip that?
No, I think I will go down the route and say, because the general thing is that Simple Simon was saying that if there's so many facets or areas that you seem to be not confident in, and then you're saying you're so confident on the other side, it's like this doesn't weigh out. It doesn't seem to make sense. Am I right?
Yeah, I was saying like, your ego's massive, but you confidence issues. I don't get it.
I just don't think anyone's perfect. I know my flaws. I'm not afraid to expose my flaws at all. So I'll tell you what I'm bad at.
That's so important,
I'll tell you what I'm bad at.
Yeah.
Knowing your flaws is so important, and not everybody's prepared to do that.
Self-analysis.
Yeah,
baby.
not everyone does enough self-analysis to be able to identify what their own flaws are.
So I could go on all day and say how good I am at this, and this, and this, but I do like to temper that because I have such a large ego with, and I'm just naturally inclined to say my bad points as well. It's almost like it's like the Wing Chun effect, like a martial arts. The better way I could put it, and this is when I'm dealing with people that I don't trust anyways, but the example is if you look at 8 Mile and the last scene in 8 Mile, and in the last scene in 8 Mile, if none of you remember, Eminem is battling somebody. He's got a crack whore girlfriend. His mum's lives in a trailer. He's broke. He's got no good clothes. Yada yada. The enemy has even banged his missus. So what he does in the last freestyle battle is he insults himself for the first half. He says everything about himself that the other person could use as an attack, and then the second half he says, even though I have these bad traits, I'm still. And then he goes on the attack. And then when he passes the mic over, the man has nothing to say because you've said everything I was going to say anyways. And I think I do that maybe as a protection, as a shield, that I'm not going to give you the chance to say, Stavros, you're ugly.
You can always say your mum,
Stavros,
boy.
you're this.
Yeah.
Nobody can always say your mum.
Nobody can say my mum because my mum's a legend. But I
was talking about 8 Mile, but Karen.
He said that, but that's the point. He did. He cussed his mum.
No, just out of nowhere, this is your mum, bro.
But anyways, the point is that I know that is a part of me, and I'm happy to even say that. So that even that's a vulnerable thing. I'm not afraid of being vulnerable. Anyways, I just put it that way. I'm happy to be vulnerable because that's in my vulnerability lies my strength.
Oh God.
Yes.
But that's the truth. But do any of you, man, have a lack of confidence in anything?
Yeah, of course.
So, if tell us. If you want to, what it is and what you are doing about it.
Yes, let's bleach these infidelities for 2018.
What's what lack of confidence about? I don't know. I still think I could make more money, but I don't know if that's a confidence thing.
No, I think that you believe you can make more money. So that's not a confidence issue. You have belief in yourself that you can do it.
Networking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're shit
Simple.
at that, bruv.
I'm shit at networking.
Yeah, he's
That's
terrible.
weird,
I
find that
rubbish at it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how bad it was until
that-
we went out that day.
Is that something you know you're not good at, or something you have a lack of confidence in?
No, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, but then that's not the question, then, is it?
But it slightly looks like a lack of confidence as well, because when you see him talking to them, he's like, yeah.
No, but I can give you the reason for that.
My
though.
name's Simple. Diamond.
Yeah, but but I could give you the reason for that. It's not because you make it sound like a lack of confidence. It's not a lack of confidence. It's because, as far as I'm concerned, the way I understand networking, it involves you talking to somebody you don't care about things that you don't care about, and you're sounding enthusiastic. And I find it very difficult to do that.
No, networking isn't about that.
It is, man.
No,
I don't care about you.
Nah,
I don't care about your life.
No.
I'm just using you in it, and it's almost like fake, almost.
No, it's not.
Like I'm only here to talk to you because I want something from you.
Sometimes
but
networking
then-
comes naturally.
Then that is not networking.
Yeah.
That's for me. Networking is about having a discussion about someone who you believe you can get something from.
It's just the same thing you just said.
No. But you said that you don't care about that person. You don't care about what
The last
they
bit
do.
I said is I'm talking to you because I want something from you, and that's disingenuous to me because that is not my nature. I don't talk to you
There's
just
different-
because unless it's to get to know you. I'm happy. I like getting to know new
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
and that is
a social
sometimes a way of
person.
networking.
But I'm good at networking when there isn't that what's the word?
The urgency for the
It's like I'm not actually networking. I'm just there. I'm doing my thing.
I
I'm going to a
think
room.
my-
Stavros is, you know what Stavros is, and I think even maybe Simple Simon in this situation, not so much Wahala. I think you guys are the perfect employees for a manager, and I've seen you under the management of someone that we know.
Yeah, but you see me manage as well.
I've seen, yeah, but for me, you're the perfect employee.
Go on.
Reason being, because as a manager within business, you have to network. It's just part of the game.
Oh yeah,
It's part of generating money, contacts, and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I know that this young man over here, Wahala, has got that in his game. He can chat to anybody. And the idea that you guys are not feeling it, I think Wahala feels it a little bit more than the two of you.
No, here you have to understand what I'm saying to you. It's not that I can't chat to anybody. It's that in a networking scenario, I'm talking to somebody who I probably wouldn't choose to talk to. In that same scenario, if I see somebody that I actually want to have a conversation with, I admire them or what have you, or I want to get their perspective, I have no problem having a conversation. It will flow like whatever. But for me to go up to some complete stranger, and because I'm in this space, I have this business, and that person's either in the same industry or what have you, and I want to try and pick their brains to find out whatever.
Okay, but I think what we should do by the end of this thing, though, for 2018, we should work on whatever we said is a bad thing, by the way. But with regards to that, yeah, you can have that conversation. You can have this. This is where I think it differs and where I think Mr. Wolf is coming from. Even if you did like the person, even if you did have that conversation with them, even if you did have a really, really good conversation and that's how it went, that's where it will end. You wouldn't say, let me have your number so we can have another discussion again about this later. You wouldn't say to them, oh, what's your details so we can carry on this discussion next week. That discussion will end there.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's where your networking is bad. Because if you had that really good discussion with that person,
Yeah.
I think this might be your ego here now coming in, right? And you're either expecting that person to ask you because you're not going to be prepared to ask them.
I would say that I'm better at doing this kind of stuff when it's just me.
I think that Stav is not that bad networking. I think Stav would be... Stav is not bad networking. He doesn't want to network.
I don't like begging you for that, man.
Yeah, his ego is, why am I asking this person to do this thing?
It's not an ego thing. It's a I don't like the fact that I'm only here to ask you for something. It's not. It's
Yeah, but
ego.
sometimes
It's
you're not.
It's the other way around.
Okay, but there's times
So
when
what am I offering you?
There's times, and this is where I say we're all bad at. We're all in a way bad at using our resources to the best of our ability.
If we had wicked networking skills, we'd be getting free shots digits.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
No, but we do.
We're not on that flex.
It's not even a case that
That's real.
we don't even a case that I don't even think it's the networking that's the problem because we have the tools sometimes in our arsenal to do those things, and we just refuse to use the tools. We'll be like, I'm not using you. I'm not doing that.
There's that too.
I don't want to bring that person in.
But that's the point. That is not doing it.
No, but you've already done networking. You've already got the person in your circle. In my circle. But you are not prepared to use that person. And for most of the time,
Underline use.
whatever. People use people all the time. It's not
That's
a big
what I'm
thing.
saying.
It's not always a bad
That's
thing to
life,
use somebody,
bro.
right?
That's life.
But what I'm saying is, we won't use that person, and it's usually because of some ego shit.
You give me an example. Because for me, I don't want to ask you for help.
Why?
I got no problem asking for help if I need help. If I need help you to push my car, if I need help to do something, I'd ask you for help. What I don't like is when it's the use part that I said. I don't want to just be using you. And I know that, yes, there could be something I'm bringing to the table, but the only reason I'm here is because I want something from you. The only reason. I'm not here because I'm trying to give you nothing.
And
yeah?
that's
you can ask me for something and I'm happy to do it, but I'm not here because I'm offering to give you anything, or that is not the first thing in my mind. The first thing in my mind is you are part of this network, or you are this celebrity, or you are this, and I want something from you. Now, when you say, well, what can you do for me? That's fine. I can do it, whatever. But my brain doesn't tell me, don't go up to somebody and just say, give me this. I want this from you. Do this for me.
But these are people that you know.
Who do I know that? Yeah, okay, yeah, but even then, it's the same thing.
No, it isn't. This is okay. It's gonna take me a long thing on air, but blatantly, there's times when people can help us. There's times when people are offering, almost begging us to help us, and we're still like,
I'll give an example.
and we're still like, nah, it's alright.
I'll give an example.
I agree with
Screen Nation Awards is coming up soon.
Yeah.
And there's a podcast category. I don't know how new it is, but we are not in that podcast category. And I know the person that runs Screen Nation. Now I could pick up the phone and holler at them and say, bruv, this year's done, but have a look out, because I know you don't listen to no damn podcast. I know that for damn sure. So I know that one of his team has just picked 5 that maybe they listen to or whatever it is, and they've sent it over. And I could say, legitimately, Mr. Wolf knows him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep us in mind for next year. No, that don't. I'm not trying to fast track, but listen to it because maybe the people that have put these up for nomination haven't listened to us. So let's give us a chance. I could do that. I ain't going to.
Yeah, but the whole idea of you not doing that is at a detriment to everybody else. So
you know him, you
so,
don't.
Yeah,
And
but the thing is that I don't know him as well as you, and this is the difference between employee and management. Because as a manager, you know how to utilize tools that are at your disposal and also delegate. And this is why I'm saying that you guys are the perfect employee. When you're in that kind of management position, then you're going to say,
He's just dubbing me to my face.
I'm not going to do it. Ego, bruv. To the detriment, bruv.
I don't think that was ego. I gave the reason. I don't want to use you. I don't like using people.
No, it's not about using people.
If you don't want to use people, then you can't be a manager because that's all managers do.
No, as a manager, it's different. You're my employee. When I was a manager, I'm there to manage you.
Is there a difference between a manager and a boss?
No, it's the same thing.
So it's the same thing. So let's say ESN, would you not classify yourself as a boss in ESN?
No, we're equal now.
Yeah, but
We have
as equal, there's more. You can have several companies where there's multiple CEOs and they're all bosses.
I just see whatever you want to call it. Now. I see
so-
us all as equal.
so, yeah,
if I'm the boss, I'm the boss of who?
But let's say you're an owner of ESN then, yeah? Shared ownership, yeah?
Okay, cool.
All right, so then an owner is almost like when you own something that's a business, you are what? A boss, yeah?
Okay, continue.
All right, so...
I think I know where you're going, and I have my comeback.
Okay, you might as well come back now then. Because I'm saying to you then, if you're a boss,
All right,
as you're saying it's the same as being a manager, why are you not prepared to do it as the boss of ESN?
let me do my comeback then.
Go on then.
All right, so Wahala is saying, in fact, let me not cut you off.
I'm saying basically, if you're a boss of this particular podcast or whatever business you're involved with, let's use the podcast as we're saying, yeah?
Yes.
Why are you not prepared to use your tools to your advantage like you would do if you was a manager for whatever company you're at?
All right, okay. Now, in the company because I've only been manager once, and I didn't need to deal with anybody else, so I had subordinates, I had people underneath me, but I didn't need to network and all that stuff. So Mr. Wolf is right. That's not my forte. I don't want to do it. I still had somebody above me, so I was the manager and I had a boss. I had one person above me, and I was above everybody else. And I could deal with everybody else. I could delegate work. So all that stuff about I can understand that I am a good employee, but I feel a good manager until it comes to outside networking, in which case, yes, I'm bad. But to come back to your point, Mr. Wahala, you are a boss of this ESN. There are things that I know you have the potential to do, and you're not doing them. And that is to detriment to the podcast. No argument. What I will say is that I pull my weight in so many areas of the podcast section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If there's 5 facets, I think I'm holding down 3. Let me finish.
Okay.
And what I say is, because those are not my strong points, I don't even go down that road. Because there's other things that I know either people can't do or won't do, and I'll do that. So when there's the things that I can't do or won't do, I'll leave it for somebody else to do it. And if they don't do it, then that's cool. But I hold my own. Nobody can stay there and say, Stav, you don't hold your own in ESN. You can't say that.
No, potentially, yeah.
So that's why.
Potentially, yeah.
So basically, I'm waiting for everyone else to do it.
But you also strong arm things that other people might be or think that they're good at, and you just take it over because you think you're better, which is not a bad thing at all times. But
if I'm better than
this is the way you're talking is like an employee. I'm good at these stuff, so that's what you do. You have like a manager will say, okay, this guy's good at this, and this.
Yeah.
So let that person do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I'll get this person to do these other things. Yeah. And do that. Right. Mm-hmm. Whereas in my head, if you was another man, but then the one thing that another manager would do would be like, okay, well, what happens then if that person leaves, and I'm always the one that's doing it? That's going to be a bit of a problem. So I need to make sure that this person, and this person is doing it as good as me.
But in the thing I think you're talking about, none of you is going to do it as good as me.
I don't even know what I had nothing in my brain.
I'm
just talking about in general.
Okay,
and this is the point. If you're just saying this is another thing. If you're, I'm just being sorry. I'm just
go on.
If you are you didn't hire us, I suppose, in a strange way. But if you're saying to me that no one in this group of people that I'm with can do something as good as me, I want to be in that group of people. The same way they said that if I'm the smartest person in the room, I shouldn't be in this room or whatever.
Yeah, you should find
a better room.
Yeah.
So then maybe you should be finding a better room, bro.
No, I'm not looking at it like that because you're my peoples, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, being your people don't mean nothing, man.
The things I think you're looking at it the wrong way. The things that I know I would do better than everybody else,
like what?
I do them. If I don't want to talk about it on the podcast, we can talk about it after. But no, the things I know I will do better than you. I know. Like bet my life on it. actually bet my whole life on it. Yeah, I know I'll do better than you. Those are the things I do. The things I think other people would be better, I let them do it. If they decide they don't want to or they're not going to do it, I don't force you to do anything. You get me? So I think I play my position, the literal definition of play my position. What are you good at, Stav? I'm good at doing A, B, and C. So I'm strong arm in A, B, and C. Even if somebody else wants to do C, you won't do it as good as me. I find it, I'm very, I care about the quality of the product that we do in all assets.
The product.
Yeah. This is important to me. So even though, I might have different views on things as you guys, I still want to do good work. I don't like doing something and doing it half-hearted. So I do the best that I feel I can do. If you guys telling me that I can do better, I always take that on board. Always.
Okay, well, in 2018, what I feel you can do better is potentially use the tools to your advantage for our advantage.
I actually say I'm not willing to take on more than what I'm doing. And no, because even that doesn't even make
But
any
that's
sense.
not even a case of...
I'm glad it's
that doesn't even
recorded,
make any sense.
what you just said.
I'm not willing to do something.
You're not willing to do something that more than that you can take on.
Not with this podcast, man. I was just saying,
Good.
the reason that I think I'm
That's
ill,
all I need to
I was
know.
telling my
But
brother
this-
before you guys got it, is because I haven't had any sleep. Because
But
I'm doing all
the
stuff
thing that
for
we're
the
asking you
podcast.
to do is not necessarily time consuming. That's something where you can just say to somebody, can you come along and chat to Mr. Wolf? Can you come along and chat to Wahala? Can you come along and chat to Simple Simon? I'm doing something with them. It might be beneficial for you to come along and have a chat with them.
Let me
That's a simple
okay.
thing for you
Let
to
me,
do.
let me ask you a question and just answer it simple. It's a very quick thing. Just answer it. Who does the most work on the podcast?
You.
So who you asking to do more work?
My God,
No,
is
just
that
answer
work?
the question.
You.
So is
Because
is there not somebody else you should be
But
looking
you're
at?
not,
That's my
no,
point.
because
asking
you
them to
don't.
do more
Just because you do more work doesn't mean you do your stuff efficiently. You're not working efficiently
I do more than everybody else.
because you're not working efficient.
No, it wouldn't matter. Even if it's efficient, I'd still do more than everyone else.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
no,
you're
true
not
or
doing
false, true or
things-
false.
I'm not even
True or false?
suggesting that you do more.
No,
work,
true or false, true or false. Even if I did it very efficiently, would I still not be doing more work than everyone else?
No, because then you would have got other people to do the stuff for you. This is what I'm trying to say. You're not efficient.
Then if I'm not, then you're talking like I'm a manager. It's if I am doing something. No, but I'm not. This is my point. I don't manage you guys. Do I?
We all manage each other. That's the point.
No, if that's how you want to look at it, the way I see it is, okay, Mr. Wolf, what did you want to have to say?
No, I haven't got any more to add to it, to be honest. I got nothing else to add.
These all stem from the question of what do you think we can do better by that way. That's how it came from.
And with
Stav took it personal.
no, it came from
Oh,
Simple Simon's. No, I think you may have taken it a little bit personal when I was saying.
I'm not having that.
Okay.
The bit where you said
Alright.
that I'm a good worker, yeah, I said that. Yes, I can manage as well.
good worker, boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
I'ma break them
You might
bricks,
come across,
boss.
oh yeah, I'm just saying what I feel is true.
Nah,
But,
it all-
yes,
it all
but I
stems
can
from-
manage. I have managed.
I'm the best
Well,
here at breaking
exactly.
them bricks.
They're breaking them. I break them bricks, boss.
I've been
Well, if
breaking
I was
them
to
bricks.
choose
I'll be making
managers,
them
I wouldn't
podcasts.
choose you.
I understand if you think somebody's a better manager than me. That's fine. I know who you think would probably be the best manager. But for you to say I'm a good
It'll be me.
subordinate, even if it's you,
Yeah.
for you to say I'm a good subordinate is fine. I don't even argue with you. I work well under somebody who has complete faith in me. Yeah, when you have complete faith in me and you say you do your thing, I know you can do it. I don't let that person down. So I'm not arguing with you there. But all I did was just defend myself, just to the public that don't know Stavros. I can manage.
But you
I
don't
have
need to
managed.
defend yourself, bruv.
Because it just
It's ego. He doesn't want
you don't
people
need
in
to
them streets
defend
thinking that he's
yourself,
just a worker.
somebody coming across saying
It's
you're a
fun.
good worker.
It's funny you should say that because I'm a manager as well. But I thought it was interesting. His viewpoint was interesting, and the evidence behind it is interesting. I'm unmanageable.
Everybody here has managed.
I really am. I'm unmanageable. Trust me.
I don't think you are.
Me.
I don't think you are at all.
I'm unmanageable.
No, you're not.
Just leave it to your own
Exactly.
devices.
Yeah.
That is how you
I
manage
know,
somebody.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with somebody saying to somebody as a manager, you know what? If I leave that person to do the stuff that he needs to do and he gets on with it, leave him to do it.
It's
That is
different
management.
characters, isn't it?
The whole point of a manager is that they need to be able to use the tools to their advantage.
Yeah.
If the advantage of you is to leave you to do your own work in your own space and you get it done and it gets done at the time that I need it to be done, that is how you get managed.
And it's identifying characters, identifying different methods of managing individuals.
Yeah.
You don't
Of course, of course.
don't manage a blanket.
So
Of course.
Mr. Wolf
same
needs
way.
to be
You
micromanaged,
understand?
for instance.
No,
I think so.
absolutely not.
You need to be on your case.
No.
With regards to the podcast,
you need
that's
to be
one
on-
thing.
You don't like it.
No, that's one thing that I don't like.
You don't like, but you sometimes you need a kick in the ass.
Nah.
You don't think you need a kick in the ass?
Nah, bro.
Okay, let's go to the next subject.
Nah.
If you don't think you need a kick in the ass, then you're not doing what you said to other people to do, which is to assess their issues and their problems about certain things.
Self-reflect. Because
You do need a kick in the ass
You're
sometimes.
you're good at finding the good and bad points in other people. You need to understand that you're not the most proactive road runner in the world. Yeah, you and me both have and Simple Simon. I've said this in before actually. Out of everybody on this podcast, there's one person who's super, super proactive, and that's Wahala. Everybody else is laid back. And it comes out in different ways. It displays itself in different ways.
I'm not disagreeing.
But what you said and what you guys alluded to is to be micromanaged. Yeah. To micromanage is to be on someone's case with every single thing that they do and to assess them with every single thing that they do. I don't need that. If you need to kind of lay out action plan for someone or to say that this is your tasks, get on with it, then that's fine. But micromanaging, I don't think it's good to micromanage anybody.
Put it this way: if I was your manager and I had the idea of just giving you the task and leaving you to do it, then I would just fire you because there's no way I'm doing that. Yeah. That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my time.
But that's fine. You're fired. Yeah, but that's fine, and that means that you have little confidence in giving me a task and having me doing it. And I'm saying that
not by yourself, yeah.
Well then,
but I don't think you can't do it. I just think you need to be somebody needs to be on your case.
Then in that aspect, I'll say that you're wrong.
No, wait. I think what we have to be careful of is that
I've worked with him, by the way.
Okay, and the other side of it, what I was going to say was
needed micromanaging.
What we have to be careful of is, from my point of view anyway, is I only know Mr. Wolf in respect of the podcast in that sense of the working thing.
Yeah, because everybody's different in different areas.
So podcast doesn't make him any money. So it's not, as far as a priority thing is concerned, it's not going to be high up on the priority list.
But even that shows you something in itself.
Exactly.
That in itself.
It's the red hot.
And that is a very big thing about character.
I love the preacher tonight.
For me, that's a very big thing. Just because if you're doing something with a group of people, right?
Yeah.
That you've all discussed as what is in importance and whether or not you can or cannot give a certain level of time and effort into that thing,
Benny,
right? Then I expect you to match the level of the people around you.
Benny.
Whether or not you've got other things or other aspects in your life that you're dealing with, I expect you all to match the same level of of what you're doing.
Okay.
So
yeah, but
even though it might not make him money, and I said this is not. Well, I'm not necessarily saying this about you. I'm just going off what he's saying. Even though it might not make you money, I expect you to give the same level of attention that you're giving to something that does give you money because you've said that you are prepared to be in it the same way that all the rest of the people.
I
work
hard on ESN than I do my job, and this makes me no money, and it takes up more time than my job. And my wife is an angel because she deals with all the stuff that she has to deal with. All of our partners are angels, and they have to deal with a lot of stuff. So
in reality, it doesn't take up more time. Yeah, because you work about 35 hours a week. Yeah, so I'm just putting that.
It takes up more of his personal time.
Maybe.
Okay. I'll take that back then.
That's the best way to put it. It takes up more of his personal time.
Well, we'll see what happens in 2018 when it comes to
New Year,
to ESN, because I think that there are some obvious things that some members do, and perhaps some not so obvious things, and I think that we will see what go on.
We just had a podcast about the podcast.
Yeah, it's good. Because I called the last meeting. Yes,
you called for a meeting today, yeah?
No, I called the last meeting.
No, I was asking for that meeting way before.
I'm not sure about that.
It wasn't me. That's for damn sure.
And I'm calling this one as well.
Cool.
No. Again, he called a meeting from ages. Sometimes, and this is what I'm trying to say.
There's a difference between actually saying something and action in it, because I actioned that last meeting. I was the one that put the meeting on.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you gave the action list.
Yeah. No.
There's a difference saying I want us to meet.
I want to,
and actually
making it happen.
Dragging everyone out.
But the problem with this is my issue with certain things like that. I cannot force you guys to do anything because your hours are all mad. This, that, man, and the other. I can't say to you. Man. No, I cannot say to you. No, I can't go to you now.
You can
on next Saturday, we're gonna do this.
Yes, you can, bruv.
No, you can't because you'll tell me I got this to do.
No.
Or you'll tell me I got that to do. Or I got this responsibility. Or I got that responsibility.
Let me tell you.
I cannot.
Let me tell you what you can do,
Mr. Wolf.
You can.
I can ask you.
No.
Mr. When you're free, bruv. I need a beating.
Bruv, let me tell you what you can do.
Go on.
What you can do is arrange a time and a date with 5 buddies.
It's hard enough for us to meet. Just
No,
to do the
let me
Blood Glide
let me tell you
podcast.
something.
Because me, that's always
If
begging to
you're-
give me
if
a
you're
date
saying-
for the podcast.
If you're saying that we can't do that, I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Yes, we can create a date. for
Obama.
us to
Obama,
meet.
yeah, exactly.
Obama.
I'm not buying it. We can create a date, or we can set a time and a date to meet up.
Okay.
It really
If
isn't that
if you
difficult
think so.
because there's one thing that I've kind of been consistent with over the past year. I believe that meeting up once a week for a whole year to do a podcast is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a big commitment from every single one of us.
I believe the children are our future.
And if we can do that, I believe that we can do it outside actually doing a podcast.
Of course we can. But then, as I said, and in fact, if we're not going to be
52 times,
if
you
we're
know.
not going to be honest with ourselves about it, then there's no point. What was the next thing we were going to talk about? Let's start talking about the year end wrap up thing, because we literally just talked about what we're going to do next.
I'm sorry, but Lewis Hamilton.
Oh yeah, Louis.
He's in trouble.
Louis.
No, but you know the good thing is about Lewis Hamilton. What Lewis Hamilton done is that he has had his nephew on camera in a princess dress, and he said it was an issue. He said that I can't have my nephew in a princess's dress and not say anything, something along those lines.
Boys don't wear dresses.
Boys don't wear dresses. Now, what is to his advantage?
He laughed at him and said, "Why you wearing a dress? Did you ask for that?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Boys don't wear princess
Yes,
dresses."
and
That's
boys
basically
don't wear them.
That's basically.
Yeah.
And then he posted the thing online.
Which is
Right.
the stupidity bit.
Yeah, but what is at his advantage is that the season has just finished, bruv. So it will be, I'm telling you, it will be news for a little bit, and it's
It's
gonna
not even
peter
news
out.
anymore. It's not even news
Well,
anymore. I think it's
well,
out
there you
already.
go.
He's apologized for it.
Which I don't know what he did. Why is it? This is my problem with this. Yeah, if me and Stav have a beef on this podcast, and I say
The boy was
and
about 5, by the
I don't
way.
care, and I say some shit to you on this podcast, that's family shit, whether or not it's out in the open or not. Why am I going to the public to apologize for something I said to you?
So, and this is what my problem with it, because I'm thinking to myself, did the boy's parents have a problem with him?
No, because I saw them smiling in the background. No?
Exactly.
So what? Even the boy himself was, and this is my problem again. Yeah, now this is my issue. Yeah, this is my issue. Since when? Even if okay, because they're saying that you shouldn't be saying that. Children are whoever shouldn't wear dresses, whatever, it makes them feel away. Yeah, sorry. I come from a time when you will tease your siblings. You will tease your cousin. You will tease your nephew. You will tease your brother. You will tease your sister.
Builds character.
I don't think he was doing that with malice. He was teasing him.
Can we say that a lot of clapback from this was from the community, the trans community, where they said, or gay and lesbian community, where they said, somebody made. Let me finish.
Was it definitely them, or
me
was
finish.
it straight people that's always fighting for the gays?
Maybe, let me finish. But people said, well, no, in fact, because I read multiple people where I was told this kind of thing when I was younger. It's either I put on a bit of makeup as a dude, or I wore manly clothes as a woman, and an elder told me boys don't do this or girls don't do that, and it made me feel bad. You know, I was close to suicide, or I was upset for X amount of time. Listen, you might see it as teasing, but everybody's been teased sometimes one person's teasing is another person's bullying. So that's one. So yeah. I understand what you're saying about teasing, but it could be, especially if the person's 5-4 years old, they might not take it like that. They're fragile children. Now, as much as I agree with him, I don't agree with how he did it. I mean, as in posting it, I don't disagree with his idea, and I don't disagree with him telling the child that you shouldn't do the thing. But posting it online is one thing, and if the child was to come back and say, you know what, I felt bad, I felt depressed, I couldn't argue with that child. And I don't think it's anybody's right to say, oh, you shouldn't be depressed or nothing like that.
Well, you know, Boy George came out in defense of Lewis Hamilton, yeah?
Did he? What did he say?
So he come out and said, come on, you guys, leave it alone now. Man makes a mistake. Man's made a mistake. People have to make mistakes to learn.
He doesn't speak for everybody, though, so he can say what he wants to say. Everybody can say what they want to say.
But he's Boy George, isn't he?
I just don't like the fact that it's now coming. As I said, whether or not I'm really like what Simple Simon's saying, yeah, right? It's family business.
Yeah.
It's family business, isn't it? Why are you now getting involved in family business?
That's what I don't understand. Why are you getting involved in family business, for starters? And secondary to that, like, for me, the parents of the child would have to be outraged in order for this to be a thing.
Exactly. The child himself was still smiling and joking when after the thing happened. Whether or not he's going to go later on and think about it, I don't know. But what I don't want is other people to bring their issues or their personal thing that upset them, which I know is a strange thing to say because we do that anyway, and now put it on this boy. Because if the boy, I don't know, if the boy might read now. The boy might himself had no issue with what he said. Louis said, you know, and then when he started reading all this stuff about how terrible it is and blah blah blah, he might have thought, he forms
opinion.
What is my uncle making me shame him?
Can I ask a question?
What's that?
We know that there are parents and carers out there that like physically abuse their children.
Oh yes,
hit them with hammers, put them in ovens, like this sick stuff.
Yeah.
Now, let's say somebody recorded it, just giving their 3-year-old a slap on the face. Yeah, for what we thought was nothing.
Yeah.
And they posted that, and there was uproar. Would you say that's family business? Keep your mouth out of it.
No.
Okay.
Depending on what it is.
Okay.
But I don't see this as the same.
Exactly. You don't. Somebody else does.
Yeah, but this is the point.
Somebody else does.
For me, I just saw it as them coming for Hamilton because not even how long ago was it? He just won an award the other day for being the second highest Grand Prix winner. I think it is second highest number of Grand Prix that he's won, 62. They gave him a Ayrton Senna's helmet
for second place
as tribute because the only other person.
No, he's taken over.
He's taken over. Yeah. So they gave him the helmet for taking over. Yeah.
All right, wicked.
And the record was Ayrton Senna's record.
The amount of wins or something.
Yeah.
Like
Watch that documentary. By
the family gave Hamilton this is
the Senna family gave.
Yes, this is one of the highest honors you can get in Formula One. This only happened about a week ago, bruv.
What's that got to do with the other people?
They're coming for him, guys.
We can't say a week ago without doing it the way that we're supposed to say it. About a week ago. But I don't know. For me, I just think that it's got to the point where it's just, come on. Like, okay, last week we was talking about the fact when the man said to them, come on, girls, when one of them said he was a boy.
Yeah.
And you lot were like, no. But now this one is saying, well, for time, from beginning of this thing, yeah, boys don't wear dresses or princess dresses. That's what we know. Princess dresses for girls, whatever thing is for boys. That is what most of society knows. Yes?
All right.
So when he's saying what he thinks is what most of society knows,
but what
I'm not going to condemn him for that. My problem is that the problem I have with the Lewis Hamilton thing is, and where people can say is a bit of an issue, is you went to go and try and shame him online. That's what I got a problem with.
What I would say to you is you always have to look at it. You try and have to flesh this out. Maybe this is why I'm a good host. Because as much as I agree...
Did you say why I'm a good
host?
Oh, sorry. I heard hoe in my head.
That too. Why not? Anyways, as much as I agree with his sentiment, what you have to look at is how are these other people thinking? And you would say that what they are saying is that times are changing. You are caught up in the past. As it stands now, and is going to stand in the future, boys and girls are not just necessarily boys and girls. There's gender neutral. You're allowed to wear what you want. You're allowed to think what you want. You're allowed to feel what you want. Nobody should be put in this kind of box. Now, I don't agree with that, okay? Can I finish?
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't agree with that. But there are people that said black people were not, and I always bring it down to this because I just want you to understand. 50, 60 years ago, they said black people were not equal. And when they said women wanted to vote 40 or 50 years ago, they said, why should you vote? You're not equal. And somebody said, no, you're caught up in the past. You're wrong. So times change.
Do you equivalent dressing as a princess to you not being the same with regards
like women
to
being able to vote?
Yeah, and black people being equal? Do you equivalent a dress that was dressed? Because we need to establish this, yeah, and this is my problem. You are not going to maybe now, but you are not actually going to the gender neutral section to buy a princess dress. It was made for a woman. Whether or not a man is wearing it now, it was made for a girl. Yes,
I'm not even going to agree with that. It could just be made,
but it's selling. Okay, I'm talking about
when it's been put in the girls section.
It's been sold to girls. It has been put in the girls section. If you look at it, it will say girls from 6 to 7. All right. Oh yeah.
Forget that.
Let's finish with that though. Yeah, that's what we're saying. I'm assuming that. Yeah, still now to this day, I don't know if a lot of stores have now gone to this gender neutral thing. But I see when I go into a shop, it says boys, and it says girls. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So when he now says to you, you've bought this is a girls thing. It's for girls.
Yes.
And it was actually made for girls.
What you're saying doesn't negate what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
All you're doing is actually reinforcing what I just said.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that some people have a view. And it changes over time. And the people that don't want to move with that change, there are still people that think black people are lesser than white. There are still people that think women shouldn't be allowed to vote. Yeah, there are still people that think like this. And you would say they're antiquated, what they're thinking is wrong. Now, there are people in 40 years' time, maybe even your own children might say, Daddy, you were wrong for thinking that a boy couldn't wear a dress. And you're gonna say, listen, in my day, boys didn't wear dresses. Now they do, but I didn't raise you like that. Yada yada yada. Whatever. You'll have your views. They're not going to change. I don't disagree with your views, but you must be able to look at things from the other side, even if you disagree. No, because what you're arguing is because remember, I agree with you. So if you just said I don't think boys should wear dresses, I wouldn't argue with you. But what you're saying is that they should think boys shouldn't be allowed to. And I'm saying
no. That's not what I've said. I've never once said that. I said to them that they shouldn't be telling him off for saying that this is a girl's thing. Okay, because it is a girl's thing.
But as far as they're concerned, it's not anymore. A boy can wear a dress.
Okay, but this is my problem. All right, this is the thing. So one set of people decide something, yeah, and then the other set of people now have to deal with that, right? That's how basically what we're saying, yeah.
Okay.
So what we're saying is that everybody should be able to decide what gender they are. They should be able to decide who they are when they wake up in the morning. They can be fluid. They can do this. They can do that. Yeah.
Yes.
But no one else is allowed to have their own. Or so I say, it only seems to be straight people that people have an issue with now saying what they think something is.
I don't have a problem with. If you're bringing that to me,
I'm not bringing it to you, but I'm saying in general, straight people are not allowed to say, or let me not say straight people. Let me say anybody is not allowed to say, I think you're this.
This is why I say,
I think you're that.
Okay, this is why I say, and I've been saying it for weeks and weeks. You have to let people talk. By all means, cuss people and say your opinion, but I don't like this shutting down of you cannot have your opinion. It's wrong. You're wrong. Don't think like that. And don't talk. Don't talk. All this don't talk. So I agree with you. I don't like the fact that the LGBT community will say you cannot have an opinion. You cannot tell me what's right or wrong. You're antiquated. You're wrong. You're backwards. And shut your mouth. I don't like that. But they're not the only people saying that. There's enough community saying that.
Every community is saying.
And I fight it on all sides. Let people talk. Simples.
What I was gonna say was we have a blurred line here because people are mixing up gender and sexuality, and they're two completely different things. Gender is very scientific and it's binary, and sexuality is about how you feel. But people are saying you can't say what a gender a person is. Yes, you fucking can. They're either a boy or they're a girl or they're a hermaphrodite. And if you ask their genes, they will be either a boy or a girl.
100%.
Whereas when you talk about sexuality, sexuality can be as fluid as you like because that's how you feel. That's nothing to do with what you are. It's how you feel. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Biology will tell them.
And biology will always tell you. So
science has changed over time, you know.
Sciences change over time.
Yes.
And what are you trying to say?
That it could in 20 years' time they might say that science has changed again, and there is
not for that.
It could.
No.
Okay, you keep saying that, yeah?
Not
bruv,
for that.
You keep saying that. Bruv, come back when we're 60 drinking
100 years
ago,
and
playing dominoes.
1,000 years ago,
blood
man
clad.
was
I never thought
man
you'd
was
have been
man
right,
and
Stavros.
woman was woman
Bruv,
when it comes to science.
Bruv, as far as
be the same way in 1,000 years.
As far as your chromosomes and your genes are concerned,
you can change the rules.
You could change how you perceive the stuff.
But science is science.
Exactly.
You get me?
You get what I'm saying? You can say, oh, you know what, gravity. Yeah, we used to think that gravity pulled things towards the earth. It doesn't really pull it towards the earth.
What would you do?
The dragon, man.
What would you do if it's your situation? You did this. You posted it online. You got cast for it. Now you know that if you don't apologize, your sponsorship deals is gone. Your everything gone. Like even whoever he races with Mercedes, tell him we can't deal with you because you're giving that a bad front.
If I was in Lewis Hamilton's situation, and this is going back to the late great Muhammad Ali, he said, being in a position that I am, I'm willing and I will sacrifice the money that I have to make a change. And there's some people out there that are not willing to do that they will just go with the flow and protect their money. But Lewis Hamilton is an extremely rich man and he has an influence. And if I was him and if that was me, I'll stick to my guns, bruv.
This is exactly what I would have done. I would have put out. You see where he put out his apology, saying sorry. I would have just gone out and said, "Yep." Spoke to my sister. Spoke to her husband. We're all cool. Done.
Yeah, because that's who the person you need to. This is what I'm saying. I haven't offended anybody else by saying this to my nephew. I've offended my nephew, maybe potentially. And if he don't have a problem, why do you have a problem?
Well, I just negated that earlier on as well. Yeah, if you're watching a video,
yeah,
like we watch all the time, we watched the Charles Barkley thing last week, and you got offended on behalf of black women.
You're right. No,
you can get offended,
but again, because you put it out in the public, so you're right. But if you didn't put it out in the public, then I want to have a rash to say to him, and I still want to say nothing to the rest of them anyway. I still want to come out with an apology.
Did put it in the public.
I would. We're saying this now, but the other day when Griezmann was blacking himself up, we were saying that he should have apologized. But with this one now, I personally,
Stavros didn't.
I personally wouldn't have apologized for it because I would have just been like, oh, there's a backlash. Or I might even have said, you know what? I didn't know there was so much of a thing about this. Now I know.
For me,
If I wanted to put something out,
Lack of education.
all
Yeah.
this apologizing
Excuse, really.
kind of mocks the other side as well.
because you don't believe it.
Because none of these apologies are genuine. They're just apologizing because
Because it's
Yeah.
the right thing
He
to
still
do.
goes home. He still thinks that boys should wear boys' clothes and girls should wear girls' clothes. He just now knows that he shouldn't be putting out in the public that he thinks that.
Indeed.
And so what are they actually gaining from it?
Indeed.
it's a mockage.
I don't know. I just think I don't mind educating people. I don't understand the dragging. What the dragging they call it? They call it dragging online.
Yeah, but
now,
there's going to be some people that were coming at him on a level, and there was going to be some people that just cussing, and you're only going to see the cussing.
Some people were murdering him. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
what is
that's
this, man?
what you're going to see in it. There are going to be people that would have said, "Listen, what you did was wrong," and they came at him and tried to explain it in a nice way. But you're never going to see that.
I do, as I said, part of the dragging I do like is because who asked you to put your nephew online? Who asked you to do that? That's
the society we're
That's
in now,
he
innit?
deserves to be dragged for.
That's the society we're in.
No, because he
what's
was
dragging?
it basically okay, uncle. When you're talking about dragging, yeah, it's usually when people online, a group of people online, or it could be just one person, takes a particular person or subject, but usually a person, and abuses them online. They call it dragging, right?
As in dragging you through the dirt.
Yeah, through the dirt.
All right.
So with that situation, the reason why, for me, I thought to myself he was in the wrong is because he put the same way I don't like when people shave their children's head and put them online. The same way I don't like it when people beat their child and to discipline them and put it online. That is not discipline. That is trying to embarrass your child.
Embarrassing.
And he was trying to embarrass the little boy. That's my
I don't
issue.
think he was intentionally trying.
I don't know if he was intentionally doing
I
it,
don't-
but
I
why
don't
are you
think
putting
so.
it online?
Because,
If you didn't think
because
people,
he's a social media.
so he
whore.
thinks that people weren't gonna come and mock the boy.
I think it was ill judgment.
Did he not? But you think that he never thought once? that if I
Sometimes
put-
people don't think that.
It was a snap, innit? It was a Snapchat.
I just think that you think way too much on behalf of other people sometimes.
I think that he's so rich, and there's people in a certain
about his
element.
pocket.
Yeah, because there's people in a certain element of society that they're so rich and well off that they kind of live in their own world. Sometimes they just kind of do things and then think about it later.
Okay, so let me
I'm
ask you this
rich, I
question.
can do what I want.
So
I don't
I'm
know
laughing at this boy. I'm laughing at him because that's what he was doing. Laughing at him. Why are you wearing a girl's dress? Yeah, he thought it was funny. Yes. Are we all agreeing on that?
I'm not sure he thought it was funny. I thought he thought it was quite disturbing.
I think you thought it was funny because you want to be. If I find something disturbing, I won't be laughing at it.
It can do in that case.
But okay, I'm
But
gonna go. With,
anyways,
I'm gonna
let's-
go with the thing that notion that he thought it was funny that this
Okay.
boy went to go wear a
Okay.
girl's dress.
I doubt it. But
All right, and then he posted it online, thinking it was funny. That's what I'm gonna go with.
All right.
And then I think he thought everybody was going to laugh.
we
So
listen.
everybody was going to laugh at the boy.
We all agree that he shouldn't have done it. The thing with you is that you're saying that this is why he did it, and everyone else is saying we don't know. So you can jump
Everyone
to
else or you.
All right, and
Well,
me-
from
me.
my point of view, one thing you were overlooking completely, he may have been Snapchatting that whole evening. He may have been Snapchatting his whole evening at Christmas or what have you at his house, and this is the one of two Snapchats that you've seen, and that's been the big thing. But he could have just been cataloguing the whole evening.
So then, but this is the whether or not he particularly said on this particular thing, look at my nephew. He's wearing a dress.
Yeah, but
Started
then,
laughing at him,
Yeah,
and then he didn't have to do that.
but who knows if 2 snaps before he didn't say, "Oh, look at my uncle. He's had too much to drink." Do you know what I mean? Like it's just
Okay, I suppose we can look for the
Do you
Snapchat.
see what I'm saying?
But as I said, if you had no, I'm looking at on my end, and I would know, and I have enough. Maybe because I'm very socially aware about putting children online.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
What do you think about Wiley getting an MBE?
Which one is MBA again?
Member of the British
Empire. So basically, a slave.
They should turn that
I'm
shit down.
joking.
And Wiley should turn that shit down.
Why?
I think every black person should turn that shit down.
I agree with you on that thing, Bob. But the other thingy, Bob, that I kind of think Wiley doesn't, as much as people say, yeah, he's a godfather of crime. I don't know if he gets from industry.
He does.
From industry,
Yeah.
does he get accolades from industry?
Yeah. I think the Mobiles even the other day gave him a Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Seriously?
Yeah.
God, yeah. All right. Then.
I think people that are in the know it.
Everybody knows.
Wiley's that guy. The MBE, if it wasn't from the British Empire,
Yeah, you'd be. Yeah,
I'll be all for it.
Yeah. I hear you.
Unless we obviously do come to the conclusion that he is a paedophile, then maybe he should be in the MBE for that.
This.
Well,
That is
yeah,
one
but
of the
the thing
things.
is,
God
is-
damn.
is
Wait a minute.
there's nothing concrete on that, is it? I think
There's a
it
lot of
was-
talk,
Yeah,
but-
there's a lot of talk about him. Is it under 16 or him dealing with someone who's so young compared to the age that he was?
Listen.
Both.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I've been listening to grime for a long time. And I mean a long time. When all these guys were young and it wasn't a genre yet. They didn't know what to call it yet. We were listening to this stuff. And I'll be honest with you, that story, that rumor, that idea has been with that guy all the years up until now.
I actually believe that Prince Harry recommended him.
Potentially.
And I will go as far as to say that he may even be at the wedding.
Wiley?
You know what I mean? Yes.
Why?
Because of Prince Harry.
Do they have a relationship or something?
Bro, you gone far, bro.
No.
Merkel's now bringing in.
I think there was a celebration. I can't remember what kind of. I think
Graham.
There was a royal celebration somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it was.
The Wembley thing.
But the amount of ethnics and blacks were at the party with Harry and Harry's brother, it was a madness.
Yeah, but it might not be them. That could be their aides. That could be people that they want to go. They don't sit down and play. We're gonna put Wiley on.
It might have been Prince's Trust.
We're gonna put Wiley on the.
It
probably was Prince's Trust.
But from what the story was, Harry was there DJing with Puff Daddy and all these guys. They were all there having a big old party, bro.
That's good for all of them.
You get me?
Right.
That's besides the point.
We're talking
I'm
about
saying that. This guy I believe he's got some kind of connection with the royal
family. Okay, so somebody has a connection with the royal family. Somebody has a connection with Prince Harry, and that is Obama. He was recently interviewed by Prince Harry. And Prince Harry's people have told him...
Listen. He can be princess if he wants to be princess.
Okay, Prince, you shouldn't invite Obama to your wedding.
Obama?
Because Trump will get upset. So
who said it?
The royal aides, apparently.
Okay, so this is allegedly. This is an alleged story.
Yes.
That he shouldn't invite Obama to
But it's
wedding.
one of them leaks. A lot of these leak stories is true, innit?
But him and Obama...
This is how people make their money. Or let me take
I saw he had an interview with Obama for something. Because I know he's been doing Radio 4's...
During the Invictus Games, which was a few months back, actually, where were they? In South Africa or something?
It would be.
Yeah, and so he interviewed him then, and they just recently, over the Christmas period, actually put out the interview that he did with Obama.
Because this week, Prince Harry's been doing the, I don't know about this week, maybe it might have been, I don't know, I think it's this week. He's been producing Radio 4's morning show.
Yes.
So
just one day. Just
1 day.
Because I know it's just a day thing, isn't it?
Okay, because I think Radio 4 happens every.
It was just a guest producer.
So he had what's his name on the show as well. Who's strange now? This was another black. He had Ashua Joshua was there.
That's what I said
the last time. Now it's in my head. Anthony Joshua.
Ashua Joshua just has a nice ring to it.
Ashua Joshua. Anthony Joshua was on there.
Oh yeah, stupid uncle. Don't be stupid.
Anthony Joshua was on there, and they said it was Prince Harry that recommended him to come and have this interview. Blah blah blah. But anyway, so that's why I thought the Obama thing came from. So if it was before, then maybe it's before. I don't know. But
the thing is that they say them two are quite pally. They've met a few times in whether it is professional capacity and then as friends. Because he asked him to be at that, because the Invictus Games is Prince Harry's thing, innit? Okay. And he asked Obama to can you come and
I can come.
Because it's a charity thing.
Michelle.
Well,
so they're saying that they're pally, and I know you're pally, but don't cause trouble with our greatest.
But is he going to invite Trump,
brethren?
They don't even want Trump to come to Britain.
Well, Obama didn't come to the miscellaneous prince's wedding, did he?
Which miscellaneous prince?
The one that got married a few years ago.
William.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
That's still gonna be the next.
That's why I said the miscellaneous prince. He's the real one, but he knows his name. Anyway, so I don't think Obama was invited to that wedding.
Yeah, but he was president. He would have been president at the time.
That's the point, yeah.
But he's not president now. He's not a politician now.
But what they
so he's coming in the capacity as a friend.
Let me give it to you in a different way. You were going out with somebody. You stop dating that person and you're dating somebody new. You have a party and everyone says, because you're so close with your ex, don't invite your ex because it's going to upset your present partner. That's all it comes down to. And he's like, but I'm cool with them. He's like, yeah,
but
you don't want. The issue is the UK do not want beef with America.
But they have beef.
It's already on shaky. This is the point. It's already on shaky ground. We all know how petty Trump is. They're saying, don't make things worse for us, please. Just don't invite Obama. If you're not going to invite Trump, don't invite Obama. Even if you are going to, because we don't want two girlfriends in the same place at the same time.
Is it Angus or Wagyu?
What?
The beef.
I don't know, man. I just think it's a nonsense. I think I would invite Obama and what? I'll say it's on Merkel's side. It's Merkel that invited Obama. It's the black side that invited that.
What I would say is that end of the day, he makes his money as being like representing the country. It's his job to do his best.
He's
for
an
the country.
ambassador.
Yeah, that's the word. And that is maybe not the correct move because that's his job. That's you're born into it, but that's your job. You're there to represent and to be the ambassador for England and the empire.
I don't think it'll be a big deal if Obama's there with Trump. They'll just get on with it, man.
Trump that said, "I want your birth certificate."
Yeah, but they've been in the same place how many times?
A few times.
I don't think
after
Obama
that.
would even care.
That's why I'm.
Have you not seen the video where Obama roasts him at that
Yes.
dinner?
When they've been together, what have they done? They've cussed each other. The only time they didn't cuss each other was when one was passing the keys to the White House to the other, and that's it. They had to be civil. What other time are they together?
Yeah, but that's a different situation. That was when they were going against each other. One's already won. There's nothing about it.
Well, Trump, I got something to say to you.
I think you're an asshole.
I think you're an asshole. And your wife, well, who hasn't touched her?
I think we should move on.
2017 is almost up. I mean, who can you remember that has passed away 2017 that you want to give a little bit of props to?
Well, Combat Jack, as we said last week.
We've got Combat Jack, Prodigy,
Roger Moore.
Chuck Berry, Fats Domino.
Fats Domino.
Fats
That
Domino.
one. That was painful. That one.
This wasn't
Bruce Forsyth.
Is Brucey dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Was it this year though?
Don't lie,
It was
Bruce
this year,
died.
man.
Yes.
Ah, man.
Nice to see you. Nice.
He died, man. They did a
Yeah,
little.
he died this year.
It was this. Yeah, it wasn't too long
No,
ago.
Brucey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold-blooded, man.
Oh
Yes, I do remember because I asked whether or not we're going to hear about paedophile stories.
Yeah, well.
And thank God nothing has come out.
Yeah.
If you care about Star Wars, what's the Princess Leia? She
Princess
passed on.
Leia.
Oh, that woman, she died.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, wow.
Bruh. So it's really weird. Obviously they're human, innit? But in my mind, they're gonna live forever. Innit?
It's peak, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad.
Because you'll always see them on screen.
Yeah, it's
I
mad.
think 2016 was the one where like there was so many
people
so
dropped out.
This year hasn't been as
I
bad.
tell you what, the Grim Reaper was having fun in 2016, boy. He was just there, just
Yeah, he was
shanking out
murking
people.
left,
Trust
right,
me.
and centre,
Who's
boy.
that black comedian as well?
Who?
Forget his name.
Oh, Eddie Murphy's brother died.
Charlie
Murphy.
Charlie
Murphy.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy,
But
man.
there was someone else as well. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he was in quite a few. He took one else been in quite a few films, but he's not necessarily a very, very known comedian. Yeah, he died. I forget his name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But also, there's been a few tragedies, and we got to, show our love to the victims of Grenfell, and also to the community who got together to help those survivors, man.
I think Grenfell is the biggest thing to happen in 2017.
Yeah,
Grenfell
I
showed
would say so.
the worst and the best of humanity it was encapsulated within that event.
Yeah, I guess.
A lot of underhanded business, a lot of conspiracies going on behind the
Dick
scenes.
Gregory as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was sad. I've gone past it a couple of times, and it's just a horrible sight, man. It just gives you chills.
I was gonna say, do you feel a certain way? Because I've gone past it maybe twice.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I know what's happened there, why I automatically feel the way I feel, but I just feel like it's chilly around there, man.
It's the way that the building looks. I think that they should have done something.
They're covering it up now. As we speak.
It's chilly
It's
around
taken
there.
too long for
It does.
them to
But
do that.
there were issues before when they said they wanted to cover it up. Then there were people that had issues with that. They're saying, so you just want to cover it up like it didn't exist. So
I hear that.
they had to play both sides.
You can't win
So I
either
think
way.
what they did was fully finish the investigation and then decide.
But
okay,
I
now it's time to
don't
cover
feel
it.
like it's the building the way it looks. I don't think it's a superficial thing. I feel like the area,
The energy.
you know what I'm saying to you, like the round there, and I noticed it on 2 occasions. Like I was like, around here, like the energy's different.
When we went to Carnival, you kind of felt it there as well because you were close and
It's different.
I mean, I don't live too far from it, so whenever I'm coming to record, most times I pass it. In fact, I go to my parents, I pass it all the time, so not once or twice like you guys. I will pass it every week, standard.
Damn.
And you always catch a glance, man, and you always feel something.
you always feel something.
something.
It's mad.
So for the people that were affected and the family of those and friends of those that were affected, our hearts and thoughts go out to you.
This year was kind of crazy, because bare people got run over this year.
Go ahead. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Actually, just
Frinsbury Park, where the man went to the mosque and ran over the whole people.
Oh, you mean just this new craze?
Jesus, new craze of the bare people got run over. The thing.
I think it started 2016, but it spilled over into this
And
year.
also, this year has been the year of acid, bruv. I don't know where these acid attacks have
that
come
dude
from.
got 20 years.
And good for him.
I think that's good that they did.
It was a really good that they done that.
properly put this.
And I think something happened just the other day with regards to an acid attack.
Is it?
Yeah.
We seem to have
just
calmed
the
down.
other
that
Earthquakes. There's been enough of those this year as well. Jesus.
Let's go into something a bit more
Positive.
man. All right, so let's.
Positive things in 2017.
I don't
damn
know.
it.
All right then. So what I'm saying is, album of the year.
Well, I'd see. For me, I would say 444. That's my favorite album this year.
We just before we started recording, I said for Stavros, it doesn't have much replay value as much as he just showed us the new video for what's it called?
Legacy.
Family
Family Feud.
How many
Family Feud.
videos has he got out now? For
It's
his-
got almost all of them is out now.
Most of them, yeah.
So 10 basically.
That's amazing.
And
Almost.
this one was probably the best video of the lot. I've fully.
I like
enjoyed it.
Smile. I like Smile a lot. It's the one about
His mum.
Yeah, the one about his mum.
That's
I
good,
like,
that's
I like
good,
that
that's
video
good.
a lot.
If
And I
you-
like Marcy Me video as well.
I can't remember that.
That's the one with the
where
helicopters.
the boy is.
Yeah, helicopters cycling.
I think I like this one.
So basically, all those who have a reluctance to even listen to this album because of your preconceptive thoughts of Jay-Z,
He cheated on his wife.
why
F
should
him.
they listen? Wahala.
I just think that I think this album is a very big growth album. It's for somebody of his age, 47, in the rap game is needs because it's not rock, it's rap. Remember, it seemed to be old. I think it
38 now, isn't it?
Huh?
December 4th his birthday.
48.
48, yeah, 48 now, yeah. So he's taking it to I kind of he's managed to keep himself at his age, but make an album that I think appeals to everyone in a hip hop sense.
Does it appeal to everyone? Does a 20-year-old pick up that album and say this appeals to me? I relate to this.
I think
I
so,
think
yeah.
they can be inspired by
I
it.
think so. Yes, I think that they could
I
listen
think it
to
could
that.
change the mindset.
I need to listen because I was I drove my nephew to university a few months ago, so September, whenever they start. Drove him wherever they drove. So we're in the car for a couple of hours and I let him dictate the music. And he was playing stuff and it was interesting. So there's verses from Biggie's that he didn't know this is a Biggie verse. Or I started schooling, because there was a lot of hip hop he was playing. I started schooling him on, do you know these lyrics is from somebody else? And then I was talking about certain things. He's like, well, I don't know that. He just didn't listen to it. And so don't be too thing because I don't think you lot is hanging around with 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds and playing music with them.
I got 20-year-old cousins. They ain't listened to that Jay-Z album.
I think that a lot of them people still listen to it.
I think that you give them too much credit.
I think they'll listen. I don't know. I don't know if they'll listen again. I don't think anything's got replay
No,
value anymore.
what I'm saying to you is, if you play it to them, somebody will listen to it. But for them to go seek it out, pick it up, and listen to it to themselves, them not ain't doing that.
It goes back to we haven't really discussed this yet. You know, is it Lonzo Ball?
Yeah.
That's the actual basketball, isn't it? That's the actual son, Lonzo Ball.
I think
LeVar's the dad. Lonzo's the actual.
I think LeVar's the son. But
okay,
continue.
I think anyway. Let's. He has basically had this little beef thing going on with hip hop, a hip hop community about Nas.
Who is this person?
So you know, there's that LeVar Ball who's got the three sons, and one of them's in the sport, and Lonzo's the one that's played for the Lakers now. Yeah,
Okay.
so he's like one of the top rookies, basically.
We talked about him. His dad's bought out a trainer.
He don't remember.
I can remember.
The sneaker line gone.
Yeah, so
mhm.
basically he must have come out and said, I don't listen to no damn Nas. Who's Nas? Like type thing. I listen to this people. I don't care about no Nas. Nas ain't hip hop to me, basically type thing.
Yeah.
And then everybody's up like, what? Are you crazy?
What, the son or the dad?
No, the son said it.
Yeah, okay.
So it was like, this is not, you can't talk. Basically, you cannot, everybody's like, people call me a Jay-Z stan.
He was dragged.
Nas fans are the biggest stans out there when it comes to hip hop. And they was like, you cannot talk about Nas like that. How dare you? What do you know about hip hop? Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. So then he must have had a jacket with the Illmatic cover with his face on it. To mock the Nas fans.
And what did it say? It said instead of Illmatic, it said
I'll find it.
like Lonmatic or whatever. It was good. I think there's a bigger issue with that family. I don't know if you guys know, but the dad got upset with one of the younger sons. I think it was the middle one, and the college that he was in, because they didn't play him or they didn't do something or whatever it was. So he said he's taking his son out of the school and he's sending him overseas to somewhere in Europe. Now, you know, basketball in Italy and Croatia.
It's quite big. Spain,
it's a bit more
Greece.
popular there than it is in London, where it's not. So he's sending his son, I think it's to Croatia, to play basketball there professionally or semi-pro. So forget school.
Yeah.
And what he's now wants to do is start a school, because the system in America with basketball works that you go to school, you go to college, you play like semi-pro. They they have arenas that are bigger than football arenas here for school children, basically, college children.
Mm.
The college makes all the money, the students don't get paid, and then hopefully you get your education, and then hopefully you move on to the NBA.
Yeah,
If not, then at least you got your education.
College basketball is massive.
So what they're saying, what he's now wants to do is says, you lot don't get paid. Colleges and universities are making millions and millions and millions of you. I'm going to start a league saying, and just think about soccer players here. I'm going to start a league.
Soccer?
Because I'm saying...
No, I don't care. Football.
Okay, football.
Soccer.
I'm going to start a league for young adults.
That's soccer, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
So
let me get through this quickly, man. So it's not 2.5 hour long podcast. For 17-year-olds or whatever it is to come and play, you'll get 10 grand per whatever it is. I don't know, $10,000 per. I can't remember what it is, a month or something like that. So to play for 1 year, but basically you leave school. If you're good enough, you move up to the NBA. You're still gonna have scouts and whatnot. If not, then you have no education because you've left school. Maybe you can go back or whatever. I don't know. But you come here for 1 year, and he wants to start a league to say, because basically they say that these schools are slave drivers. Basically, we're making millions and millions of you. We don't pay you nothing. So come play with us. I'll pay you. We'll have our own little. It's like a minor league, and you play here. If you're good enough, they'll move you up.
I don't think he can remove the education like that, though.
I don't think he'll be able to start the league either.
That's a big,
Ice Cube did it, though.
big step.
This is what he did it for adults. He did it for over a certain age.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let him start that league. But are we gonna go down this whole story?
No. That was I just want to put it in your head because
Film
it's
it
interesting.
Okay.
We
No,
didn't even
you
speak
lot
about
come at your albums, man. I think 444 is my favorite album.
I don't know, but I'm happiest, and I don't even listen to this anymore either. But with Gang Signs and Prayers,
Yeah,
I just
that's another
just
one.
want to push that up there as a shining light and beacon,
Yeah.
especially with that video that he just did for Blinded by Your Grace.
I haven't seen that. That's in my top 5.
My daughter was supposed to be on that video, you know. She just couldn't make it. Very, very disappointing. Because my cousin and Storms, they know each other. They're quite close, so the link was there. Just unfortunate.
You've seen the video?
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
It's
quite
nice. It's
nice.
got a whole lot of kids in there. Innit?
For me, difficult. There's so many albums that have come out this year. Difficult. We had the Kendrick, we had the Jay, we had Wretch Free 2, we had Stormzy, we had Chip, there's so many albums that have come out this year.
More Life as well.
Yeah, there was more life. Like there's so many.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
There's so many albums. I can't call it.
I got more tune for your head top. So watch what you say.
So we might have to just do it. You have to do it by genre probably. For me, replay value. I've been playing Kendrick's Damn over and over and over and over and over and
I don't
over and
play
over
Kendrick's
again.
Damn. I'll tell you that
Over
now.
again.
I don't play that.
I'm in love with the album.
I don't play anything anymore. I'm old when it comes
I listen
to
to podcasts more than I
And
listen
the
to
other
music.
album that is wicked is Damian Marley's Stony Hill. Bad Boy album.
Say it again.
Damian Marley.
When that come out?
Stony Hill. This year.
That came out this year as well. So
When? Just recently?
not
No.
long ago, back 3 months,
4 months ago.
Okay.
Bad Boy album.
So what you-
Lyrically, my man has not made a bad album. He's so bloody on point.
So what are you saying, Mr. Wolf?
I don't know. You know, I'm kind of with. You said that you can't call it.
I can't call it.
And then you just called a few.
It's King Sunny out of here for a minute.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Kid Sonny Ade. There's no new album, bruv. But
Probably is, to be honest with you.
I don't know, man. I've listened to 444 probably more than the other albums. I did rinse Kendrick a little bit. I really enjoyed Gang Signs and Prayers. And what was the other one? My man's The Dread. Wretch. So
I don't-
There's no album I press play and I don't touch it.
Yeah, I can't really call it. Probably swaying with Jay-Z.
The same with Jay. I'll tell you what my favorite verse of the year has been.
What was that?
Hold on, it's not the one that Stavros
No,
brought
no,
up
it's
last week.
no,
is
I
it?
said favorite line, not
My
verse.
favorite verse of the year, or the favorite verse I can remember, or the one that I love the most is what's his face, Dave, on Giggs' song.
I don't know.
I love it. No, it's not even a case of how much. I actually love that verse so much.
What's the verse?
The one where he's the one with Giggs, man.
He's talking about not shutting up the girls,
Yeah,
standing back
he
and let her come
said-
to him.
Yes, it's when he said,
Them man best come off the road.
yeah, go get a job and salary.
Go get a job and salary.
Oh man, the bit I love about it is the one where he talks about clock, man.
He rides the rhythm. Because my thing with Dave is lyrically he's wicked, but I don't think he rides rhythms particularly well all the time. That song with Giggs, he rode the rhythm like it was pum pum.
Like he just destroyed the whole thing. He destroyed the whole thing. He said, "I'm with the guys that are riding solo. They do it like Ralph Lauren. That's one long stick and a blacked out polo." When I heard that, I almost threw my phone away. You don't understand how much I love that line. And then when he said, "Remember when the girls came through No, one of the girls was flirting till just pulled up in a Jurgen Klopp BM. That's like angry German. No. When I heard that, I said, nah, he's taking the mic. He's taking the mic.
I might like KMT verse.
Yeah. It can happen.
I love that. Anyways, so verses I can't think off the top of my head. I don't know.
Them man.
But
Call
that
them
is a very
Simba.
good-
But
the
them
thing
man
is
are
still
just
shaking.
like kings of lying. Them man are just lying kings.
Yeah, that bit was wicked.
Oh my God.
That bit was wicked. He did
He
well.
did his bits on there.
He did well.
I think my favourite one, I was saying it for ages, and that was the chip line. That's that simple little line where he says, I'm in a shanking mood, this is a boring tune. Jesus! I love that so much because it was a combination.
That's a lyric, bro.
It's a combination of the new and the old.
Because man don't know about boring.
Man don't know about boring.
Ah, boy, you know.
You get what I'm saying? Oh, mate, when he dropped that, I said, yeah.
You tell that to a youth now, they're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll bore you up, bruv. I'll bore you up.
What does that mean?
That one touched me because he
Chip is my artist of the year.
Chip is your artist of the year.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he put out so much. This is the year he did all the disses, yeah?
Nah, that was last year.
All the way to last year?
It might have even been 2015.
Well, he ain't that old, man, surely.
What did you think about him and Bugsy Malone linking up and
I
out?
don't care. Anyway.
I don't have a problem with that either.
I'm not
I'd rather
invested in their
brothers not fighting with each other than they are.
Yeah, in fact, I'm happy for it.
Yeah,
makes sense.
But I think I just really like Chip. I really like
I
Chip.
think man of the year has to be, for me, man of the year has to be Stormzy.
Yes, definitely.
Stormzy's man of the year.
That one
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not arguing with that.
I'd go
not
with
debating
that.
it.
I think that the
Ghana
input,
Squarehead is the man of the year.
the input that he's had in the community has been big, and his level of intelligence and him speaking out on a few things has been on point. His capacity to influence the youth to vote has been massive as well.
Him
Yeah,
and
don't
J-
forget-
him and
don't-
Jamie.
Yeah,
don't
man.
forget that. Them lot swung that vote, boy.
See, his apology,
He's only done one misstep.
I agreed with.
I didn't
What
read
did
his
he
apology.
apologize for?
He was using, he was calling people, like, there were old tweets where he called people faggots and stuff like
And
that.
he was being derogative towards gay people. And he apologized. He said, you know what? That was me back in the day. I don't think like that no more. And he's probably met how many gay people now, and he's probably got a different opinion about gay people that he maybe had then.
Was he disparaging to gay people, or he just used?
He was calling people, look at this faggot on the television.
Yeah, that's
look
different.
at this thing, this fairy. No, he was being disparate. There was several tweets where you could see like he was being disparative to gay people.
So if one of the white young boys who were rapping or acting said something about blacks and he said, sorry, that's not how I feel anymore, would it be okay?
Would I forgive him? No.
Why?
Because I don't like that. Simple and plain. I'm a hypocrite.
Okay.
I'm a hypocrite. I'm a blatant hypocrite.
hypocrite.
I don't pretend like I'm not though.
Congratulations. Film of the year.
What films came out this year still?
Get Out.
Did that come out this year?
Get Out.
It wasn't the best film of the year for me.
Are you mad?
It wasn't the best film of the year for me.
Are you mad?
I enjoyed what
I didn't even think it was all that. I thought it was alright. I
You
I liked
are
it. Do you know why I
sleeping.
liked it so much? Because of the underlying stories
It
behind
moved
it.
slow enough.
All right,
I could understand
I
what
loved
they
it.
were
I'm
saying.
going to dash out a couple of
I
names because
loved it.
you lot spoke about one of the films, Logan.
Oh,
That was alright.
You lot were saying
Was that this year?
that was this year.
Logan was bad.
It was alright.
No,
I
Logan
thought
is
the story
Logan
was
is bad.
wicked.
Logan
It was a
is
good
bad.
film, but it's not better than Get Out.
I preferred. When was Moonlight? It's last year, isn't it?
Moonlight was last year.
Yeah,
I don't know actually.
I know it won the Oscars, but when did they do the Oscars? They do the Oscars in the new year, innit? Moonlight was this year. Moonlight.
Yeah.
Moonlight.
It might have been.
You think Moonlight was that good?
Yeah.
It's not as good as Fences.
It's better than Fences.
Yeah.
Was
Nah,
Moonlight
you're a
about
fool.
the gays?
Listen, you did that last week as well.
You're a fool.
Don't. I don't take all that fool and thingy, man.
Nah.
That's all that.
You're on crack, bruv.
Nah.
Are you gonna
That
put
for me, yeah.
Moonlight up against Fences?
Yes.
You're sleeping, bruv. I think Hidden Figures was better than Moonlight.
Was Hidden Figures this year?
Yeah.
Hidden Figures was bad, bro.
I don't know if Hidden Figures is better than Moonlight, but
Oh,
I know
of course it is.
I definitely know
Fences without a doubt,
that
but
it's
Hidden
not
Figures
is not better than Fences. I know that for a damn sure. And to be honest, if Fences came out this year, that's probably my best film this year.
But didn't it come out this year?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying
They
to find
were
out
all
now.
up for them same awards, so I'm just gonna say yes. They're up in the last 12 months. That's when they came out. So let's just deal with that. So Fences could be one of them.
I don't think Fences came out this year, man. But
Either way, you were gonna give us a selection of films, so give us a selection of films.
I'm just finding out whether or not Fences came out this
He's
year.
worried about that. That's the minor thing.
Okay, February 2017. Yep, definitely Fences for me. Without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, we got stuff like all right. So let me go through some of the lists.
There was Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. I haven't seen Blade Runner
I
yet.
haven't bothered to watch it.
It
Planet of the
it's the
Apes?
most beautiful looking film. I haven't seen that one,
No.
man.
Which one?
And people are saying the best Blade Runner is a beautiful looking film.
No, the
and
one.
Planet of the Apes. People are saying it's the best of the trilogy.
No,
Planet of the
no,
Apes
no,
was
it's
good,
not. No.
bruv.
He's not the best.
Good though.
Planet of the Apes was all right. As far as visually is concerned,
Yeah, but you
Ghost
said
in
the
the
Wonder
Shell
Woman
was
good,
probably.
bruv.
I said Wonder Woman was all right. I
Pretty.
didn't say
I
it
heard that film was such a nonsense.
The
though.
film was rubbish, but it was the prettiest
Was
thing
that?
I've seen this
I
year.
need to
Ghost in
see
the
it.
Shell.
I've seen that.
Visually, it was
I didn't
pretty.
think it was that special
Visually.
visually, and I didn't think it was. And it probably won't look as good as Blade Runner. I'm almost certain of that. Kingsman: The Golden Circle that came out this year.
I watched that. Yeah, but
I
it
ain't
was.
seen it.
that
My
was-
missus likes
good.
it.
It was all
It
right.
was alright.
It wasn't as good as the first one.
It was alright. But I'm Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah.
Nah, not as good as the first.
First
Uh,
one was good still.
I'm not gonna keep going through all these films. There's enough films that came out. So
This
you get.
year was mad.
So we're saying at the moment, Get Out. We're contenders at the moment are Get Out, Logan, Fences, Moonlighting. And we're not bothering with
It's not
anything.
Moonlighting.
Oh, whatever.
That's a
man.
program with Bruce Willis.
What is it then? Moonlight. Sorry.
Some fly by night.
Old man knows.
Some fly by
Do you know Moonlighting, Wiley?
Of course I know it.
night.
And with the blonde lady, I forget her name. That was in the films. The one with the
Romancing.
Romance in the Stone and them. Lot.
Look at this black hair. He knows his thing or two.
Yeah, man.
All right, TV programs then. I think we've all kind of picked a film.
Have you seen Power yet?
No, I still haven't seen Power.
Damn, man.
TV, bro, like a
I like
series.
Insecure.
Like a series.
Yeah.
Which one had the biggest impact this year? It's got to be Game of Thrones, bruv. He was mad, man.
Nah, Game of Thrones is so last year, man. So last year.
You know what?
So
Is it not
last year.
Insecure?
Insecure, yeah, might be up there actually.
Are we saying new
Nah,
shows or are we just saying
nah.
shows in general?
Whatever, man. What brought you to the water cooler? And like when it finished, you wanted to talk to your boys
I
about it.
couldn't talk to anyone about Insecure. I don't work in the black environment.
Yeah, I don't know about water cooler business.
There was no water cooler conversation.
Let's talk about swearing. What made you tweet? That's the new thing. That is a new water cooler.
What made you tweet?
Yeah. So what made you tweet? I like The Deuce. The Deuce was a good show.
I liked everything but Nola Darling from She Gotta Have It.
So you like the whole program, but her.
Everything about that program is beautiful, apart from her.
I like Mars.
The program is
I don't even know what you're talking about.
she's got to have it or she got to have it.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
there's
that's
some,
a TV series.
there's some
Now it
programs
is, yes.
that came out in 2017, but you lot don't watch stuff.
Go on. What? Like what?
Taboo was a bad boy program.
Didn't watch it. Go on.
Taboo was fantastic.
Go on, next one.
Then watch it next.
See, that's all.
Next
I'm gonna be on my own.
Yeah, you'll be on your own.
Next one, next
Get
one.
used to that life.
All right. So The Deuce. Did you watch that?
Nope.
No,
Next.
then
Did you watch Stranger Things?
Nope. Next.
Should I bother?
No, keep going.
Legion. Anybody watch Legion?
I watched Legion.
Yeah. What did you think?
Legion was actually quite good.
Punisher.
Didn't watch it.
American Gods.
Didn't
Yeah,
watch
I
it.
watched that. Don't even include that in any list. I need to watch is it Handmaid's Tale? Whatever?
Yeah, I need to watch that as well.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
I've seen an episode of that. It's
I
mad.
ain't got time.
Black
bro.
Mirror was probably the best thing that might have come
And
out.
Black Mirror
that has
didn't
just
come out
been
this year.
released, season 4.
That came out just today, so it hasn't been released last year. That was the year before.
I think there was one that was released this year.
No, it wasn't, man. Not this
No,
year.
Black Mirror there was a release of Black Mirror this year.
Yeah, today.
No,
Yeah,
no.
season 3, innit?
Season 3 was this year.
Okay, let me have a look then.
Okay, so we've spoken about TV.
Colin
We've spoken about
Kaepernick
movies.
was big again.
Yes, let's talk about
Man of the year.
Yes, well,
No, season 3 was in 2016.
Colin Kaepernick
good for you.
and Stormzy are up there as the official man of the year. He got the front cover on, was it
GQ, I
GQ?
believe. Yeah, GQ Man of the Year. The women standing up for or against sexual abuse. All of them need to be saluted
Ava
for being
DuVernay.
brave enough.
Ava DuVernay as well.
Hashtag me too.
I'll say she's one of the women of the year. She's been directing every blood
Who
clot
was
thing.
the first person to actually come out with this guy? This,
With the Weinstein one?
This Harvey guy.
I don't know.
Hey, hold
But
on.
she's got to get a lot of props as well because she was the first person to actually take a risk and to out the man.
Hang on. This year was Bill Cosby as well, isn't it?
No. That's like 2015.
Is it?
Yeah.
That started a couple of years ago.
Goddamn.
I think we need to go with Stormzy, definitely
Colin. Jeremy Corbyn.
Jeremy Corbyn did his
No.
thing this year, you know, but he didn't win.
No.
But he didn't win. Joshua again. I'm saying
Anthony
Anthony Joshua had
Joshua.
another big year,
He can be on the pedestal there.
but I still think it's the year of the Ghanaian. I'll be saying that
Storms.
it's the year of the Ghanaians.
Ghanaians did well. Congratulations.
2017 was their year, mate. But yeah, I'm going with Stormzy for person of the year, man of the year, whatever the year.
So news items that took your fancy this year, like the biggest news items that you thought, wow, you would have thought. So there's Trump. Trump was actually sworn in this year. January of this year, he was sworn in. Grenfell, which you've mentioned.
I'll be honest with you, I've been loving this Bitcoin roller coaster.
Bitcoin took the words
Bitcoin was big thing, where
that roller coaster was.
Do you know what it's at right now?
Huh?
What's it worth?
It's up and down. It's up again.
It's it's up and down. I like it's bouncing all over the place.
Bounce.
But that one was a nice roller coaster ride for me, boy. I love that shit.
You know, very recently, this everyday struggle, Joe Biden stuff. It seems to have brought like the black community. I've just recently listened to the Joe Biden podcast and Brilliant Idiots, and they're all talking about everything and like Jesus and Mero, whoever these guys, and everything is just it's interesting. And the black community says they get together on the Brilliant Idiots. What's his name?
Charlemagne.
Noriega hollered at Charlemagne and said, "Are we riding with Joe Biden?" And he said, "Yeah, of course." I said, "Cool." And then he told Complex he ain't doing something. They asked him to do something, and because they said we're riding with him, he told them no. Later, keep your money.
I didn't hear that. Did you say that?
Yeah, that's wicked. I just love that. I love that idea. It's like, did he do a righteous thing? Are we on his side? It's like, yeah. And it seems like the black community are understanding their worth.
Yes.
And
I think that's something that's coming up a bit more.
And I like the way that Diddy has come in and said, "Listen, come work, come with us."
Black excellence.
Diddy and Puffy have been on this black excellence.
Diddy and
thing.
Puffy.
Diddy and Puffy.
I love.
They're the same people. Okay, fine.
Well, Jay has been scooping up people on this quietly. There's loads of people sign up to his Rock Nation,
Rock Nation, and Rock
management.
Sports, everything.
So he's just scooping people up very quietly. So he's doing his thing, and Puffy talks about he wants to buy NFL teams. He's
Carolina Panthers.
Okay, one of the just going back to my album of the year, one of the best lines of the year is, "I'll be damned
Yes.
if I'm gonna buy Belvedere, while Puff Daddy has Ciroc."
Maybe all right. I'll take back my previous line that Cardi B's line was my favorite line of the year, and maybe I'll put that one there.
Yeah, you see it there.
Because when I first heard that,
damned.
I sent that to the guys, and it was just stuck in my head over and that is for me the embodiment of what we as a people need to do. It's like it's self-explanatory, really. I don't need to flesh it out, but I just love that. It's even giving me a glowing feeling now. I am lactating? You said I'm lactating as I'm thinking about that line. Yes.
What is the we said the best things. What's the worst thing of the year? Like who's the
Trump
as donkey of the day? As what's his name? We'll call it
Trump
is the worst person of the year.
Theresa May doing her nonsense.
Theresa May,
I love the way that people call it Theresa May, you know.
Foolish ego-ness that she put out.
Theresa May, isn't
that?
Yeah. I love people call it Theresa May, you know, online. They're like, Theresa May.
She went and called a snap election when she didn't need to, and she lost so many seats, man. But it was a good thing for Labour because it puts them in a strong position for next time. So,
sure. Mr. Wolf, she's peng though, isn't it? Total truth.
Weinstein,
damn 47.
Definitely.
Weinstein can go to hell.
He's
One of the good things.
In fact, all of the people that did all of the foolishness can go to hell.
Just to add it onto the good things, I caught onto it late, but Them Man There podcast, I've been listening to it the last few months.
Yeah, big up Them Man There, man.
And I enjoyed it. They did something this last. I'm actually going to spoil it. I don't care. And they were talking about having threesomes. And only one of them said that I had a threesome, but I didn't get to finish it because. And it's like, why? Well, he said because I was using a condom and I had to keep swapping condoms from girl to girl. And all of them were like, what? Like, why would you? First, one of them was like, why would you use a condom in the first place? And the other one is like, why don't you just use the same condom? Why are you swapping? He's like, no, because if they have a disease, I'm going to pass it from one to the other. The dude said, so if there's three of them, they're all going to catch it. I laughed so hard.
The same thing happened to me.
Would you swap? Would you change condoms?
No, I would had a threesome that I didn't finish.
Yeah, well, yours are different.
Yeah, I got caught.
Yeah, that's a story to tell.
Anyways.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so big up Them Man There. In fact, podcast of the year. Let's go with that. Because that's another thing that we need to do. I'm not even doing podcasts of the year. I'm bigging up all the podcasts that's out there that's come out. The new ones that started, like you got ones like what's it?
Keep saying
Mostly lit.
I don't know which ones you want to say.
Everyday podcast. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
They started off
not everyday pod.
not everyday pod. So big them up for the starting.
Yes,
Mostly lit.
yeah, we'll have you up there soon. Don't worry about that.
Big up off the cuff. Man's like Foles.
Yeah.
Big up Foles. Me and Foles talk on Twitter quite a bit now. He knows his music, Foles. I give him that. He's new music anyway.
Griff.
Big up Griff. Griff is doing his thing. Griff is for me my grafter of the year.
Yeah,
Grift has
he
been
works.
grafting. I
Yeah,
saw him from the beginning when he started to say, I want to do comedy, to the level now where he's on stage with quite big UK comics.
Yeah.
Although he's still starting out and he's probably the first person act on the stage, he's there now. I've seen the progression from the beginning and I've seen it the way he's got to now.
He's an intelligent, real person.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that in 2018 he gets to the level where he's headlining, or he's already got a show that is coming up soon where he's doing it with somebody else and headlining it.
Griff,
And
don't do podcast when you're drunk again, please.
Yeah. And we want him to headline shows, and we're gonna definitely have Griff back on the podcast for 2018. He's one of the extended family of ESN, and I got a lot of time for Griff.
Yeah, big up on the low.
Yeah, big up on the low as well.
Even though Vet's pissed with me, it's all good. You know, I salute you same way. Your podcast is enjoyable for me.
Yeah, on the low again, another one that we've seen come from like near the beginning, and they've made a few changes throughout the way, but they've got to a point now where they're steady. I like the fact that they're getting good guests coming in every so often. I've seen the progression.
Salute the tall one. I know you don't like that.
Cinti.
I don't care.
Salute Cinti.
Sin, man, I love your Nigerianisms.
Yes.
Nigerian.
Anti-funke is what we call it. Anti-funke is what we call it. Yeah.
I very much. I think I very much like listening to you. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So I'll get in. We're gonna big those up. As I said, there's other ones that's come through. 3 shots have gone clear. They're gone clear 2017. No shadow of doubt about that.
We're chasing you down. We're chasing you down.
Not only did they go clear, but big up Taser again, because he just didn't stop with him with 3 shots. He then obviously went to go and produce the Receipts as well, who again have gone clear.
Yeah.
So big up the Receipts podcast as well.
Big up, ladies.
So
and also large up to Shout Out Network.
Yeah,
because although there was a lot of controversy that happened, there is always 2 sides to every
story.
Believe you
But
me.
even wait.
And the event was good, and we know that there's going to be another one next year. And whatever they do, let's hope that they do well.
Even though things seem to have gone pear shaped, they started a movement. What they were doing, and you know, I respect that.
Exactly, they did what we should have done years ago. So at least you did it. You took your ass off your shoulders.
New podcast, Kalashnikov, Speak Your Mind, or Suck Your Mum, whatever one you want to call it.
Say your mind, isn't it?
Say your mind or something. Yeah.
Or suck your mum. Yeah.
I think about 3 episodes in.
I need to. I've listened to all of them. I need to talk to her.
Why you at some point I'm gonna try and get her on the pod anyway.
I need to talk to her because
do we know her?
No. I think Wahala converses with her on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the pod if I can. It's just, again, because I can't say to people, everyone's going to be here at this time, that it's been a bit hard. But I'm going to try and get on the pod at some point.
My thing now is podcast intro music. That's what I wanted to think. Because I was thinking...
we have been told by the people that are actually in the podcast that they don't like our podcast intro. Which Stavros produced. And
who doesn't like it?
These two?
I didn't say I don't like it. I said that you could get a better one.
Every podcast music is better than ours.
No, I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna say every podcast music.
Just be real, man.
I'm being real. Not every podcast intros, but not everyday pod. Their intros wicked. Boop 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 boop. Not everyday crank. Not everyday. I like that one. D&D pod. Them man there.
There's going to be
them man over there like them man there.
There's going to be a running theme with every single one you say. Go on.
Yeah.
They're all hip hop.
They all rap.
No, except for Kalashnikov's one.
Well, whoever did hers is a singer, innit? Whoever did that is.
I think it's her.
I think it's her.
It's not her.
It's a man.
No.
Blatant man.
Is it?
Blood fire.
I heard more than one voice.
Trans is coming for you.
I heard more than one voice. I heard more than one voice.
He said that he's a blatant man.
No, I heard
there
more
is
than one voice.
There's one man on there.
Okay, my bad.
And he's one of a kind.
Yeah, I don't mind, but that.
I like the outro music for On the Low.
Yes.
I can't remember it, but I know I actually look forward to the music.
What the
outro music?
I prefer the intro.
I can't even remember anymore off the top of my head.
Met your woman want some more.
But I'll see what I can do about rejazzing this thing.
But yeah,
it might take some time.
Tea and Biscuits as well. Big them up.
Yes,
it's the Benz banana.
And all the people that invited us to their podcast that we took place on. Thank you very much for the invite, and hopefully we can send an invite.
Do them collabos next year.
Yeah, man. Let's click up
this year.
This black excellence, black togetherness
next
thing.
Year.
Yeah, I'll be damned if I drink Belvedere if my brother's got Ciroc. You know, let's hook up as the UK pod thing and take over this biatch.
Okay,
is that done? I think we've run our course.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else has anything they want to say, anything pressing. In fact, it's not unless we do have messages to give to the public for 2018.
Do we?
Of course we do, man. You're all positive and want to spread that positivity to the people that are listening. And I think you're going to go first, Wala.
I'm not, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about in any way, shape, or form.
It's the church notes, basically.
Okay.
It's a goodbye, basically.
Okay, well, my goodbye to you is at Big Wahala on Twitter.
Well, that's the church note.
At Big Wahala on Insta. Have a good 2017 ending. Well, I think it's ended now. It will be 2018.
This is coming out on the 2nd of January.
Okay, yeah. So let's just hope that 2018 is a more positive year for you. Not to say that your 2017 has been negative, but let's say that we can make it better. Let's see if we can make it more. Let's see if we can put pressure on the evil to make sure it can never prosper. Nothing will happen in your life. Money will come into your hand. Children will go into the ladies' bellies. Everything will happen. Your sperm will forever be strong. Your vagina will forever be tight. Everything that will happen to you will be passionate and will be lovely. The love price will never be basmati. Oh my God. Amen. Jesus.
Amen. Loroko Jesus.
So Simple Simon.
Yeah, Simple Simon. Just want to say, if you have started something in 2017, be sure to continue into 2018. They say that repetition is the father of learning, and they say that persistence will always beat resistance. At Simple Simon FB on Twitter, get at your boy Gaza. Best if I ever done.
Oh, Mr. Wolf.
You can catch me on Twitter, aka_Mr. Wolf, and on Instagram, aka Mr. Wolf. And for this year that you're in now, just try not to procrastinate. If there is something that you want to do, if there's a dream that you have, it's never ever too late to get on it. Get on it. Put your action plan into place. And my motto for this year is, let's get to work.
I want to, on behalf of the man, then big up DJ Web Slinger. Big up yourself wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You're the brother. You're not on as much because you're flying overseas, and I'm happy about that because I want you to see the world and do what you're doing. You're blessed and you're living your life right now. So
living my life like it's golden.
Bless up.
Like it's golden.
Hopefully you'll be on next week. Stavros says this week, so the first Stavros says of 2018, a lot of you will be on a break at the moment. So what you might want to do is read a book. And the book I'm going to tell you to read or offer is Ready Player One. The film will be coming out in a month or two, directed by Steven Spielberg. It's a sci-fi, futuristic kind of thing. But it's a decent book. I enjoyed it. I read it quite quick, actually. Like the one I recommended recently, the Dan Brown book, I still ain't finished that one.
Oh, wow.
Whereas the Ready Player, I finished that within about 3 days or so. So, and also Audible, which is a place for you to listen to. I'm sure if you listen to podcasts, you would have heard that advert about Audible. But you can listen to books, audio. They have a free, free trial. So just give it a try. Download a free book or two because they'll give you the free book or two with the trial, and let's see what it's like. And if you're like me and you skank the thing, you can cancel it and then redo it again and get another tweet. I don't know how it works, but it works anyways. My first message of 2018 is I want to big up you guys in the room. I want to big up Webs, like I said. I want to big up my family, mum and dad, brothers and sisters. Love you all. And especially my wife and daughter. You are my world. I just want to let you know that I'm grateful for you putting up with a very egotistical, hard-headed, and stubborn Stavros.
Let have mercy.
You two are my world.
Let have mercy.
So they're ready.
I don't know how to put it. I don't usually say this kind of thing, but I love you, wife. I say it all the time. I mean it. You're super smashing great.
All the girls are like,
all the rest of the man didn't even mention their women. This one, my wife. My wife.
So sweet. Oh my God.
My wife.
Let have mercy.
Come on, shut up there.
Nah, you're the bee's knees, even though you're gone in. So,
Gaza.
ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, 2018, we are saying peace.
If you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life.
Get that Conway the Machine mixtape.
I've been trying to listen to it on thingy, man. It's the thing wasn't working properly.
On that piff.
No, you know that piff app is so annoying.
It is, but it's
so
got
annoying
everything on there, man.
I actually like it.
Oh, you guys, ESN podcast at gmail.com. Hashtag ESN Pod. And
You
Twitter
forgot
and
talking
Instagram
about
is
your woman, innit?
at ESN Podcast.
You guys. And if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Flag for life.
All right, cool.
No, don't delete the thing now. So,
No.
what did you think? First one. If you wanted to do the